stream.
It throws you off.
Welcome to the Wild Hour
Right.
Podcast. My name is George Weil. I'm live in Los Angeles, and I'm here with the fellas. What's going
What's
on, boys?
going on? What's going on, guys?
What up? What up? What up?
Whoa, 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 whoa! Hold it.
What the hell? Who's that?
Who's this dude right here with all the skateboards?
that down?
Who's
I'm
that
the new guy. I'm the new guy.
You guys
Just
are
temporary,
right,
of
bro.
course. Just temporary.
Oh my!
I'm filling
goodness.
in because you guys asked me to, and it's an honor and a pleasure. Number one. Let's get on with the show.
All right,
Yeah,
my brother.
cool.
Well,
Nice.
this is Mondo Nemesis. Thank
Hello,
you.
everybody.
Thank you, my brother, for
OG.
joining us.
See?
Yeah,
Triple, quadruple OG, right, Mondo? You're
yeah.
back in-
Yeah, it's been gosh. If I started DJing as Nemesis back in '80, let's just say '81.
Dude, what were you,
90,
like
2000.
10?
Yes, I look a lot younger than I am.
Yeah, you
ladies
do,
and
bro.
gentlemen.
Actually, you do, man.
And I don't dye my hair, and this is my real hair.
Wow.
They just pull it all the
Wow.
time. Just kidding.
Lucky
Were
you,
you
brother.
a part of those? Were you a part of those OG parties with Enchantment and Danny Debonair back in the day, like in the early '80s, like '82, '83, '84? Were you doing those warehouse parties?
No, because we were. This is the thing about the DJ scene way back then. It was very competitive, so everybody, held on to their crowd,
Yeah.
and they didn't share it. And of course, that's just the beginning of the not sharing and being kind of jerks about it. So we had our own little thing going because we were like the outcasts. We were from John Marshall High School. Where's that? Nobody knew about that. They knew about the Roosevelt Rough Riders, Wilson. Even the girls' schools had more cred than John Marshall High School. But we just, we were just so in love with the music that when I started DJing, it was just kind of like, well, we're from Echo Park, but we'll say we're from, LA because that's easier. Because then everybody thought, oh, gangbangers.
He's a gangster. Yeah.
But then we walk in with our, jeans and our skateboard t-shirts, and they're like, pussies. Gangsters, cholos, get out. So we just did our own thing. And when I met Debonair and Danger and Willie Guilty was when we started playing at Casa more, and they started hiring them. And they were these little kids. I was young, but they were younger, and they showed up with 5 records, no headphones. They looked dashing. They looked beautiful, cute. All the girls loved them, and we hated them because they would come and play their 5 records, the best ones, of course. And then they'd have all the chicks with them, and then they'd leave us playing, Babe, We're Gonna Love Tonight Again. So I hated those guys. I hated those guys in the beginning, but now they're like cool people. We're all adults now, but they're cool. But yeah,
Very cool.
I hated them back then, but yeah.
That's nice, bro.
So,
Those are yeah. Go on. Go on. I can go
so
all night,
we
yeah.
I'm supposed to do the wraparound. You guys just getting way ahead of this thing. So just chill out. Hang on.
Good
a
stuff.
second.
Good stuff,
Yeah,
man.
well, we're gonna get there. Hang on, guys. Leo, how you doing, my brother?
Hey, brother, I'm doing great, man. Thanks, George. Once again, another week, bro. 31st episode, man. We're getting closer to the 100 mark, brother. And as we go by, it gets better and better. Jamming James, if you're listening to this, we miss you, brother. But we're in good hands here with Mondo Nemesis. But brother, it's not as hot as the way it's been the last couple of weeks. And so right now, man, we're cool, man. So we're about to get wild up in this place.
All right, my brother. Well, sounds good. Jesse, how you doing, my brother?
Good. You know what? You just touched on something. It's not. I mean, it's still hot, but it was a little bit. It was just a little bit unbearable last week, and it seems like it's starting to cool down a bit. So that's nice. And yeah, James, what's up? What's up, my brother from Hawaii? If you're out there, you're
Aloha.
listening. Yeah. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right, George. We're just, just
All
right here
right.
another week.
Well, let me
Yeah.
ask. Let me ask our very special guest here, our guest host, Mondo Nemesis. How are you, my brother? How you doing today?
Well, I was doing great all week, even with the heat. And then I got your text today about being part of the show, and I nearly lost it. I told my boss I'm leaving early because I gotta get shit ready. I gotta get cameras ready, even though they're already set up. But I already actually thought you're gonna be on Zoom, so I did all this preparation
Oh,
for Zoom and
damn.
everything, and then at the last minute, I get a different email, and then I'm panicking. And George saw my panic text because I'm like, it won't work. The camera doesn't work. The microphone doesn't work. You're gonna come to Mondo Nemesis. It's gonna be dead screen, and they're gonna be like, great host. Jammin' James gonna be like, I'm coming back from Hawaii because this guy sucks. So I gotta do Jammin' James some justice and just be a good host today. Hopefully, you guys will have me back because let me tell you, I would love to be part of that 100th show. Because I know you guys are gonna make it to that. I know you're gonna make it to the 100th show.
I think that we should bring all the guest guys back, all the guest hosts back for the 100th show.
I'd be honored.
Right?
I'm in. I'm gonna come already.
And how long is James in Hawaii for? 3 weeks?
Dude's balling like
What the
he's
balling like
balling
that?
balling like no other, brother. He's balling like no other, brother.
Hey, he's gonna come back the Invisible Man, bro. He's gonna come back the Invisible Man.
Dark as shit.
Dark. Like, he's gonna see a floating hat, dude. That's all he's
Wait.
gonna-
3 weeks?
Yeah, I think he's
Yeah.
out there for 3 weeks, man. Is that crazy or
What
what?
the hell? Nice.
That's nice.
Bro.
That's very cool. It's very cool. So you may be on the show for a couple more weeks, Mondo.
Oh well,
Yeah,
Mike.
that'll
Let
be
me check my calendar. Hold on. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna clear it just for you
I mean,
guys, just so you
I
know.
don't,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
clear
want to
it.
jump. I don't want to jump ahead. That's George's call, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, George, just so you know, I'm gonna clear my calendar right now in case.
Appreciate
You just
that,
let me
brother.
know,
I appreciate
and I'm all
that.
set up already, so I'll be
Dude,
available
not-
for anything.
Wait.
What's up?
Dude, this is cute. You George Wild and Jesse M are the same mic? What the hell,
Yeah,
dude?
dude.
I'm jealous. I have to go get my shit, dude. I have to
Upgrading,
upgrade my shit,
upgrading,
man.
brother. We're
Listen,
moving on up like the
Moving on
Jeffersons,
up.
brother. Moving on up.
Oh,
this is if you go to Guitar Center, this is the intermediate beginners podcast microphone.
that's what I'm getting
$99.
next, bro. I'm getting that shit.
$99, dude. It feels cool. I feel like I'm legit, bro.
Let me give Chad Miller a shout out. Thank you. Hey, Chad, thank you for tuning in, my brother. Thank you for all the support. Dude, we have to get together and get the podcast on your network, brother. I mean, I'm going to make it a point to call you this week coming up so we can air episode 32 on Freestyle Radio. So for sure, I'm going to hit you up. I'm going to hit you up, Chad. So expect a phone call from me. All right, brother? So pick up the phone. So
just real quick, George, I
yes, sir.
also want to welcome Melanie Witchard.
Melanie.
Hey,
Melanie.
She watches us a lot. So, hey, thank you for joining us.
Nice.
Hey guys, make sure you guys share me on the Wild Hour podcast page, please. So one of you guys share so people on that page can see us. Okay. So anyhow, you know, we took a trip to the LA River.
Kayaking
the LA River, brother.
Really?
Hey,
you have to go there.
Hey, we did it Colossus style, bro. We went backwards.
Yeah.
Backwards, bro.
Yeah, these guys,
We don't
weren't
just kayak, bro.
They
We're
weren't
wild like that. We're wild like that.
Hey, bro, they were not going to win any races, bro. That's for damn sure. So,
Hey, I thought we had I thought before we got stuck, I thought we had a nice flow,
Bro, okay.
dude. We were flowing,
dude, they took.
Give these brothers credit, bro. I mean, okay,
Hey,
yes, in the
props,
beginning it was
brother.
a little kind of off. We're kind of going in circles, right?
Yeah, you're not supposed to go in circle, bro. You're supposed to go with the flow of the water. You know what I'm saying?
All I'm saying is when Leo took his oar out of the water, we were going smooth, bro. We were going smooth.
Now, did anybody capsize, or you guys are all pretty good about keeping afloat?
Oh, it's a pretty wide. It was a fat bottom kayak.
Okay, because that's what people have a lot of problem with their first time. My first time on a kayak, I was like, whoa, and I almost capsized. And of course, you know, if you're in deeper water, the trick is getting back on. There's actually YouTube videos that show you how to do it, and it isn't easy. You got to spread your legs, get around there. It's it's really tough. So props to you guys for going down there. I heard you guys did it all kind of gangster style. Where you guys said, "Screw the people that are paying for it. We're going for free because this is our fucking city. We're going in."
Well,
no, dude. I started freaking out when Jesse started kind of like grabbing me like this. I was like, whoa, bro.
I was all,
That's the way you're supposed to hold on to me, bro. Come on.
Oh wait, you guys went tandem?
Yeah, we went tandem, bro. We went tandem, dude.
It was a tandem kayak, bro. But
yeah.
Okay, so George,
for
you
all
guys
you listeners out there, that's not true.
So if you guys went tandem, next one, I want you guys in those Echo Park little ducky boats or swan boats. That would be adorable.
Is that a challenge? Did we just get challenged?
I will pay for it, and well, of course we got to drink before we go on them. But that would be a nice photo shoot of all of us paddling around in the Echo Park River. You know, like the millennials do or the trendy people do over there. It'll be fun.
And I think they have those in Long Beach as well. I think they have those.
Yeah,
also in Long
they're
Beach
popping up. They have them in Balboa Park too in the valley if we go to the valley too.
I
But
accept
it's really
your challenge, bro. I accept your challenge.
It's very adorable, especially at night or when the sunset. Very cute.
Oh my God, we could hold hands.
Well,
nice photo op.
Let me ask Mondo something. Hey, Mondo, you ever been down to the river, walking around, doing stuff?
You know, guys, the only time I go down Echo Park is for work. And we actually go in because my team rescues animals. We have boats and kayaks. That's why I was asking about the kayaks.
Nice.
Okay.
But we see the people, and we've been in some rescues where animals get entangled in fishing line because that's, people just discard their fishing line, which is terrible. These poor birds get wrapped up in it and they can't swim or fly. So we've gone out there to rescue them. So that's the only time I've been down there. And I've seen those, those little, I think they're swan boats. But everybody looks like they're having a goddamn great time on them. And I'm like, you know what? That looks cool, man. Especially right now at nighttime, sneak a bottle of booze in there. I don't know how strict they are, but it looks like fun. But yeah, the park looks nice. Yeah, I'm sure they.
That's very cool though. That's awesome that you do that, dude.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
But I'm like I'm saying, I was joking about it, but I'm envious of the people that are in those paddle things because they look like they're having a great time. They paddle around the lake, the lake. And it's cleaned up now. It's a lot better than it was before.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you want to take your ladies out there, they'd be like hella impressed. And there's a couple of really expensive pizza places out there where you can get a slice for $20.
Yeah.
Hey, balls out, go for it. If Jam and James can go to fucking Hawaii for 3 weeks, you guys can go paddleboard and get a $20 slice of pizza.
Why not?
Why not, right?
Right on, dude. Really, really cool. So I'm just curious. I mean,
Yes,
I want to know a little bit of background of Nemesis, if I may.
Sure.
Let's go back.
Yeah, I kind of rewind a little bit, and I just, I heard a lot about you, bro. You're an amazing DJ. I've heard you play. You get down, brother. You really do get down, bro. And from a DJ to a DJ, mad respects. I mean, where did it all start? The name and the upbringings, and give us the rundown, bro.
All right, how long we got, George? How long is this show?
Yeah, go ahead, bro. You got time, brother. You got time, bro.
I'm gonna keep it the short version. I've done a lot of so real quick. I DJ'd from, let's say, I started DJing like 79, 78. Donna Summer was very influential. I love disco.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Dude, this is very confusing to me, bro. Can I ask how old you are, bro?
You're my age. You must be my age. I'm 47 years old. You must be my age.
Oh, I'm probably older.
Hey, wait. Hold on. Is it okay? First, I want to make sure it's okay with you.
Oh, I don't care. I get. The thing is, my dad was from Honduras and my mom was from Juarez, so I have Mexican Honduran blood in me.
Right.
So my dad, believe it or not, never lost his hair and looked young. He looked like really
God
young.
bless you.
So
God
I
bless you,
inherited
brother.
that gene. Yeah. So right now I'm 58, 58 years old, 58. So I'm older than all you guys.
I think you're the same age as George. You're the same age as George.
About time I'm not the oldest dude around. So I like that.
I'll be the oldest guy if you guys have me back every because I'm always gonna just get older. But yeah,
looking
58.
good, my brother. Looking good.
Thank you.
Hey,
It's
bro,
just,
you might relate to the videos, the movies that George pops up, bro. Because
Yes, brother.
the movies that he talks about, brother, are like fucking black and white, shit.
Hey,
like,
there's nothing wrong with black and white. But personally, I'm more the my era was, believe it or not, the 70s were very influential for music. Because that's where I got the music from. My dad collected everything you could think of, 8 tracks back then, cassettes, records. Unfortunately, when he passed, he had nothing but shit records. I mean, he had crates and crates of records, actually boxes. They could fill 3 or 4 bedrooms, but it was all just junk. And I'm sorry if people are Lawrence Welk fans, but stuff like that, where maybe you could sample one song, but it was just too much. So 70s were big, but with the movies George has brought up, I'm like, oh, I remember that movie. Oh, I love that movie. So props to you, George, because you got good taste in movies.
Yes, sir, brother. That's what I'm talking about.
here we go.
Hey, hold on. I got Jamie James now. Now I got Mondo. All right. See, we got 3 of us now, bro. 3 of us now, bro.
Tonight's movie of the night, Boxes.
Hey, that's a good flick. That's a good flick, bro. That's a good flick.
All right.
Hey,
The original,
I
not the redone. The original.
No, not the reboots are not always good.
The one with Scott Bale, right? The one with Scott Bale.
Yeah, the original one. Yes, that one.
That was the OG skater.
Right.
So the 80s movies are my big thing because I think the 80s was like, just phenomenal as far as music, movies, style, all that stuff, because that's when I grew up. The 80s was when I was more of from teen to become like 21, 22. 90s were really good because that's when techno came out, techno and house. When I heard my first techno song, I was like, this is the shit I want to play.
Do you remember the song?
It was Anastasia.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Gosh,
Da,
I don't know.
da, 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 da,
There you go.
da, da, da. Oh,
Man,
that was a shit.
When that
dude.
song
Oh.
came on, you're like, what the hell? This is an opera, but man, it came on and it just started with the gas pedal to the pedals
Yeah.
to the metal, and it
Yeah.
didn't stop.
Yeah.
So that was the first song, and of course we started going to these raves where you'd actually go to a phone booth. Remember phone booths,
Yes,
kids?
Yeah.
A dime or quarter, you call.
Yeah.
And you'd call.
We were
Yeah.
educating my son on that just a
Oh,
couple
yeah.
days ago, on Sunday. When
Hey, how many of you
Well-
guys used to jingle those, try to get a dime out of those damn things? Headphones.
Not me, never.
You never
Only
jingle
George,
it?
bro.
You never
Of
jingle?
course we did.
Yes, I
course you
did.
did.
I
Yeah,
jingled it,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
You keep hitting it to try and get a dime out.
Yeah,
Hey, we
get a
were
dime.
young back then. We didn't have money, so
No
if
money,
you could
bro.
get an extra dime to make a phone call for a girl, do it, man. Jingle
Yeah.
that sucker.
Hey,
till you
Hey,
get
bro,
the
it's like,
change out of
dude, you
it.
find a dime in there, it's like hitting the jackpot. You're like,
Right?
yes.
Wow.
Mm.
Hold it,
So
brother.
you
Now,
find a quarter in there, you're like, fuck yeah.
Oh,
This-
yeah.
scored.
I like Mondo just said something very interesting that you don't hear very often. That we used to go to the phone booth to talk to girls, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
no phone
Oh,
in the
yeah.
house, no phone in the house, so we had to go to a phone booth and hang out there for hours,
Well-
outside talking to a girl. Back in the days,
Yeah.
Deposit 10 cents.
And,
No,
and
dude,
if
that
you were
more
lucky
expen-
enough to have some of them
That-
were phone booths, but some of them were like enclosed.
Oh,
Dude.
those are
Yeah.
those are luxury
So, yeah,
ones.
if you could get one of those, bro,
Luxury.
You were
Hey,
in.
hey,
you could
guys.
talk all night. Yeah, you could talk all night with
hey,
that
Mondo,
one.
hey, Mondo, if that girl lay down in the valley, it cost you quite a penny, bro. That would be
Oh,
a lot of
yeah.
quarters, bro.
But hey, you had to pay for it because you know what? There was no cell phones. You couldn't
Yeah.
use mom's phone because she'd be like, "Mijo, necesito el teléfono," or get on the other second phone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Oh, yeah. Hey, and then we'll pick up on the other side. Hey, get off the phone already. Oh, damn it.
You've been on too long. I'm like, oh my
I
god.
gotta use the
this is-
phone. I
this
gotta
is
use the phone.
terrible. Yeah. So the kids nowadays have no idea the struggles we had with money,
bro.
girls,
None.
cars, jobs.
None.
They're living. They get a job that pays them $12 or $15 an hour. It's like an insult, but it's like, man,
Okay.
I remember a minimum wage when it was like $2.50 an hour.
Yeah. Well, when
know?
I started, it was $3.35 an hour, man.
Okay, I'm gonna ask.
Crazy, dude.
I'm gonna ask a question. I'll ask to all of our guests. What was your first car, Mondo?
My first car. Okay, you guys gonna laugh at the story, but I gotta tell you first.
I want the whole story,
My
brother.
first-
Bring it.
My first official car was a 1969 Camaro with a smashed front end.
Oh,
I
shit.
bought it for $600 in Glendale. My sister's boyfriend at the time had to drive it in reverse to get the alignment, and then I had a primered hood, and that was a shit. And I'm sure you guys all know Blaupunk stereos.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I had to have a Blaupunk, and like an idiot, I was driving with a girl and some friends, and her ex-boyfriend pulled up in and I remember this. I think it was a Toyota Celica, old school car.
Yeah.
And he looked at me, and my buddy says, "He's mad dogging you. Go, go, go!" So stupid young kid. I was like 16, I think. I turn off here in Los Feliz. I turn and I lose control, and I hit 5 parked cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom, 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 boom. And not everybody wore seatbelts. So the girls came out with their heads hit. My buddy is rolling around the ground like he's dying. The guys see us, they take off. And when the paramedics come, they're like, "There's nothing wrong with you guys. You guys are idiots." So my dad made me get full coverage insurance. Now, mind you, this is back in let's just say it was back in 79, 78. So his full coverage insurance was like $50.
Yeah.
Okay, but that was a lot. So
Right.
they totaled the car, and instead of me being smart, because I didn't know anything back then, saying, "Let me keep it in my house and it'll be a fixer upper," they totaled it and gave I think my dad like $500 for it.
Oh,
My
shit.
first car, a 1969 Camaro. I mean, nowadays,
Dang.
it's like you can't.
Oh,
get
that's
one of
money.
those. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my first car, and that's the first story of stupidity and women. And there's many more of those. Trust me.
Hundred.
And there was no
Hundreds.
alcohol involved. No alcohol. I didn't drink.
Hey,
back then. I
Mondo,
was too young.
did your parents buy it or you saved up? What was the story?
Oh
with
no,
that?
no. My dad said, "You want a car?" Because you used to borrow mom and dad's car, and I forgot what my dad had. And of course, my dad's car is probably a cool car now, but you're like, I'm not gonna drive that old piece of shit. So of course, even though the Camaro had a primered hood, the roof was fucked up, and the Blaupunk stereo was hanging, loosely, it was still a cool car at 16.
Yeah.
So they said you got to save up. So I got some odd end summer jobs, and like Jesse was saying, the minimum wage was nothing. I managed to save up $600. And for the life of me, I can't save $600 today. So I don't know how I did it back then. But I saved it up, and I went with cash, because there was no Zelle or checks. I didn't know what check was.
Yeah, none of
I
that
paid
shit.
It was an old man too. He had it in his garage. He said, "Oh, I crashed it." And $600 was for the car, but I paid for it on my. It took me about maybe, almost a year to save up for it. But I was like the happiest man for only like 3 or 4 months. So I crashed it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Parked cars too. That's pretty stupid.
But did your dad give you the 500?
Oh no, I had to pay for all the 500. No,
Yeah.
because I owed him for the insurance.
Oh.
At the time I wasn't working, so I owed him for insurance. So he said, lesson learned. You bought your car out of your own money. You fucked it up on your own stupidity, and now the insurance that you didn't pay me for is gonna come to me. So I'm like, well, okay, lesson learned, Dad. Thanks.
I get my cut first, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
Nice.
that was my first car, and then after that was just motorcycles.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Leo, we have any shout outs, Leo? Because I think you're in charge of shout outs today, brother.
yeah. Okay. Shout outs to Susie Galvan. She's watching us. Let's see. Sandra Vasquez. What's going on, ladies? You already said Chad Miller, Melanie Witchard.
Natalie Gonzalez. Natalie Gonzalez is
Natalie
on.
Gonzalez.
Yeah, you people.
Welcome.
Yeah, you people watching us on YouTube. Make sure you hit like, thumbs up. You comment on the video too, please. Leave us a comment. So once again, you can follow us on Instagram at the Wild Hour Cast, TikTok the Wild Hour Cast. Make sure you. Oh yeah, now I see the thumbs up and all that stuff. Good, keep doing that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
Thank you very
we
much.
see
also
welcome Ken Handos.
Ken,
what's up,
loco. So loco.
Pato Loco.
I'm gonna be at Ken. Real quick plug. I'm gonna be at Ken's studio on Saturday with Rudy V and I think Paz One, DJ Paz One. So
Nice.
that's a shout out for that.
Rudy V is one of my favorite DJs.
Rudy V's cool as fuck. Well,
Yeah.
Ken's cool as fuck too, man. He's a
Yeah.
great guy.
Yeah, cool catch, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool
Rudy
guy.
V is one of the smoothest guys, bro. That guy is so
Yeah,
smooth, bro.
smooth.
Very smooth.
Yeah,
Love
he's-
him, loving
he's-
to death.
I was listening to his live from Soulful that he just dropped. Man,
He's
Oh
master.
yeah,
good.
yeah. I was
Yeah.
actually there, dude. Yeah, he
Yeah.
got down. He got
He
down.
got
bro.
down.
Rudy V is masterful,
it's
brother.
very nice.
Yeah. I'll be with them on Saturday. So everyone
Pretty
tune
cool.
in, subscribe to Ken Handles. He's a great guy, and I can't say enough good things about him. I met him about 3 years ago.
Nice.
He was playing at. I met him when I met George at Willie Guilty's.
Beat Factory.
Yeah, the Sunset Deck
Oh,
sessions,
Yeah.
which was phenomenal because that's the first time I got introduced to multi-camera live streaming because
And
during
who,
pandemic.
and who,
Yeah,
and
that
who,
was at the beginning, right?
who was doing it, Mondo?
Yeah.
Who was doing it?
You
There you go.
you were.
Oh shit!
and you know what?
Yeah.
When I
Get that
first did my first live stream, I gave credit to George and Willie because they were actually nice enough to show me, and I didn't understand any of it. Here's a laptop, it's OBS, it's a camera. They had GoPros, and you hook it up to this, and I was like, oh my god, this is like a full-on studio, and it's free. You had to learn how to use it, and I thought,
Sure.
this is what I thought how live streaming should be: multi-camera views, not just I hate the phone with the the side, and a lot of DJs
Oh yeah.
hate the back, but you see
Yeah.
either their face only.
Yeah.
And they're you don't see anything else going on, and then some of them you only see their one hand. But when I saw what George was doing with the cameras, I was like, I want to do that because I believe to not only be a DJ, you need to be a showman, and this
Yeah.
was showcasing everyone's talent. And Willie had a really nice location with the sunset and the palm trees. It
Oh
was
yeah,
very,
that was cool.
very hospitable too. His family was great. It was just awesome. So yeah,
Yeah,
George
good.
Wild turned me on to the.
There you go.
Like-
Thank
Hey,
you.
just real quick, man. Mondo, you're getting lots of love, bro. You got Marco that's saying, "Yo, Mondo."
Oh,
You got
Marco, my
Janet-
boy.
Yeah, Janet that's saying, "Yo, what's up, Mondo?"
Hey,
Hey, what's up?
Janet.
What about us?
Yeah, dude. What about
They're,
us?
they're
Come
the
on,
ones.
Wild Hour.
They're
Hey.
the ones I paid to say hi on me. I go, please, I want to come back. So if you guys just say, I know they're gonna go to bed now. You're watching, Netflix or something. But just click on there and say, hey, what's up? So they did that. So thank you. I'll buy you guys beer when I see you guys next Saturday or Sunday.
It's the Nemesis takeover on the
Yeah,
Wild
that's
Hour
the take.
podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
Love it.
Nothing but love. That's amazing, bro. For sure,
Thanks.
that's amazing.
That's dope.
No.
Yeah, the early days of streaming was something that I was fascinated by. And
Oh,
I want to have you guys come in here one day to the studio because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cameras set up, multi-angles. We have a little disco light show. I have 1200s, a 1000 controller. I got CDJs. And then again, got to give props to George again. When I was hunting for CDJs, I bugged the shit out of them. Every time I found a deal, George, what do you think? George, and George said, you know what, Mondo, you're better off just getting at least the CDJ 2000 Nexus.
Yeah.
because everything else is either gonna be not what you want, and then other people, if they play on it, they're not gonna like it. So at least get those. So that's when I finally got a pair of those, and then of course then they came out to 3000s, but I saw the price tag. I'm like, oof,
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
afford
they're
that.
right.
Hey,
So,
bro.
yeah.
Well, when I got my system here, George was with me. He went with me. Remember that, George?
Yep.
Dude, they were in the box. This guy just
Oh,
had moved
man.
from Colorado over here. Dude, they were brand new, and for the price, George was like, "Bro, don't
Hey,
act excited."
check this out, Mondo. Check this. Check
Just
it,
get them and shut up.
dude.
Yeah, get him and shut up. Bro. Let's go.
Check this out, Mondo. So we went to pick it up, right? So then I'm kind of like, as I do, I start blabbering, right? And I start talking about bars and beats, and the dude started looking at me like, "Oh shit, I should keep this thing now that this guy's teaching me how to use these things."
Yeah, bro. He was like already shutting down the cell. I was like,
You know what?
"Shut up."
I'm not gonna sell them now. Thank you, though, Mr. Wild, for helping me make
real,
a lot of
dude.
money off this shit, and by not selling them.
Yeah.
I right away, hey, dude. I took out my cash. Right here you go, bro. Later.
Let's go,
Got the
let's go.
boxes. Let's go. Let's get-
Yeah,
Dude, they're like literally brand new. It was a good.
What did you get? The 2000s or
2000s? Yeah, with the
You-
Nexus.
Okay.
Just the regular, the 900 Nexus. Yeah, yeah.
You have the Nexus, right?
So-
I have the Nexus too, but I think Leo and you have the Nexus first generation, right?
I have the CDJ 2000 Nexus because the Nexus 2, you told me, you know what, there's not much difference. I think the looping was something that
the looping and the hot queuing. Yeah.
just so you guys know, I don't know how to loop. I haven't learned it yet. I know it's on every controller and people love it.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm just getting used to just playing, and I don't even play a lot of new music, honestly. I got I'm gonna throw a name. I'm a name drop. Richard Vision sent me his latest track today.
Why you gotta be like that?
Did I say Richard Vision?
Yeah,
Sent
okay.
me
My
his
bad.
latest track?
Not bad.
But I was really like, wow, this is good shit. I'm like, wow, where do I put it in my crates? Because I have one crate that says new tunes, and I have 2 songs in there
Yeah.
that I bought. And everything else is like from back in the 80s, 90s, because I'm still, I hadn't played for over 30 years. I started playing again in 2019. And the first thing my good friend Renee, the wizard, shows me is a controller. And I'm like, does it turn? Well, he goes, no. I go, well, how do you play the music? Oh, you have to have a laptop, you do it. And I was like, I walked out of his house like, I can't do that. I got to get my turntables back.
Yeah.
So I had turntables and a Newmark mixer. I said, okay, I had some vinyl. I go, this feels comfortable. I know it. But once I started seeing, and this is where a lot of these vinyl disciples, which I adore them, will say, no, I'll never switch. But let me tell you guys, the ability to say I can play anything, anytime, anything
Yes.
is just what DJing is all about. Because the reality is only us DJs will criticize each other.
Yeah.
But the public's like, I don't give a shit. I want to hear Bad Bunny, and then I want to hear Cyndi Lauper, and I want to hear Spin It.
Well, that's my theory, bro. I'm like, you know what? I'm my biggest critic. Like, I beat myself up over like
yeah.
one mess up. I'll
same way,
sometimes I'll
yeah.
just stop. I'll just stop. I'm like, I'll stop it. I effed up. But like the people who were playing for it or the people who are listening, they don't even care, dude.
Yeah.
They're just like, just get to the next song.
Yeah.
just get
Play
to
my
the next
favorite
song, that's
music.
it, Yeah.
I don't care if it butcher it. I don't care if you
Yeah.
minute mix it. Just play my favorite songs. And if you play more of them, that's even better.
Yeah.
But,
Exactly.
That's
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
Let me
But,
give,
but you know how it is, dude. But you know how it is. The DJs are like, oh shit.
Yes,
Oh,
of
man.
course.
What's going on there?
yeah, I know, right? In the background there.
Yeah. Oh shit. What was that?
This
What was that?
this whole mixing and turntables. It's all been around since I'm since I was in the 6th grade. So I've been like analyzing DJs since I was in the 6th grade. Like I like you could play any 80s mix, and from any DJ, I don't care who it's from, Cesare, Midnight Desire, Danny Poison, any 80s mix of 80s cha-cha disco. And I know what song's coming on when I hear the song. When I hear "Babe I Love You," I know what song's coming next because I've heard it a million times. I've heard there's only 5 or 6 good songs that are gonna, you know what I mean. So like I've been analyzing for so long.
Okay, so real quick, what's your go-to song after "Babe We're Gonna Live Tonight"?
Oh, dude, don't ask me that question. I gotta look at my play. But no, you know what I mean. Like it's only when I'm listening to it that you just know. You know what I mean. Like
Right.
because when you're listening to it, it just pops in your head. It's like random thought memory. It's like boom. Oh shoot, this one's coming next.
My mix is
love disco style or what is it? What's yours?
well, before Baby We're Gonna Love Tonight is Nightlife Unlimited. And then I come in with Baby We're Gonna Love Tonight. I love that
Yeah.
mix, dude. That
Yeah.
mix is
Yeah.
really, really good, bro. Poly
Yeah.
Wizard. Poly Wizard was like, what the Nemesis with big old eyes.
Paulie, Paulie, I'm taking over. I'm coming to the San Fernando Valley, Paulie.
Oh shit.
So can I just tell a quick story about Paulie Wizard?
Go
Yes.
for it.
So Paulie Wizard. Now you guys all know my boy Renee C. the Wizard
Right.
from LA.
Yes.
Paulie Wizard from San Fernando Valley. Back in the 80s, oh man, rivalry, right?
Eh,
The story Paulie tells me is adorable and fucking funny as hell, and I hope I tell it right. So Paulie, if I get it wrong, correct me when I see you next
You will.
Sunday.
You will.
But apparently, Paulie Wizard went down to Renee's work when Renee used to work at a pizza place here in LA. And of course, he confronted him about the wizard name. And Renee was very casual and said, whatever, man, it's cool. So Paulie said, hey, man, this cat's cool. So after that, they were cool. And of course, everybody was always like, wizard, wizard, wizard. But the stories Renee tells me are very similar. There was always a competition over the name.
Was there
And
gonna,
when
was
I
there gonna-
first
was
went-
there- was there going to be a fight?
It's a fight. Ding, ding, ding.
yeah.
So, hey, look, I love my boy Renee, but Paulie is a very tall guy. I mean, yeah, I'm sure he's got a better reach for his punches. But anyway, when I met Paulie just recently when we went to George's studio up in the valley when we did the All Groove House. Nicest guy in the world, fucking funny guy, and a very good DJ. I never heard him mix because we would never go to San Fernando Valley. God forbid they saw us and they recognized us because they beat the shit out of us. We're there to steal music, we're steal mixes, whatever the case may be. But that story was really something that I thought, how funny how tough guys like that, after that they kind of broke bread or broke pizza, and they're cool with it. And ever since then, I'm sure they've been cool. And ever since I met Paulie, which is already going on almost 4 or 5 years, that I actually have seen him at gigs, I thought this guy's just super ass cool. And I got a bone to pick with Paulie. I saw a post about maybe a few months ago saying he was going to retire. I'm like, dude, don't ever retire. DJs don't ever retire. They just you never
we
retire.
talked about that. We talked
Yeah.
about that. Yeah. Hey, how many wizards are there? Because wasn't there a wizards up here in Alhambra?
Probably 1,000, bro.
Yeah, right. Wasn't there like a Steve Wizard also he used to wear Wizard Records right here or
No. There's only one wizard, bro.
There's only one. No,
wizard.
no.
Only Paulie. Only Paulie.
Only Paulie. No, because I remember where you would get your turntables calibrated was like right here in San Gabriel, and I remember that guy was a wizard also, or that was the name of the place that
A
got
very
you-
popular name, and
Yeah,
if you think
right,
about it
yeah.
logo wise, it would make a great logo. Paulie recently posted some art that I haven't seen yet of a wizard, and I said that looks dope, man. It's a really mystical looking wizard character he had, and I even said something like, when you make T-shirts or stickers, I want one. So he hasn't done it, I'm sure yet, but I'm all about logos and stuff, guys. As you saw today, I hijacked your guys' photo. I stuck my cartoon character in there. Maybe nobody noticed, but I said I gotta put my picture in there because I'm gonna be on there. So yeah, I hijacked.
Is that the little black and red?
It's this little guy right here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
Hey, is that the one? Is that the one Kimberly made?
Yeah, Kimberly,
Yeah,
KT
she made that
in
one.
color.
Yeah.
Those
she
that
made
know her
that.
very well.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
made this
cool.
in the likeness of my logo that I had back in the 90s, because in the 90s I DJed under a different name, different crew, only for about 3 years.
What was the
and
name? What was the name, brother?
It was called the Crash Unit. And I know
Okay.
everybody
Oh,
knows
okay.
that the story from Rampart and the Dirty Cops.
Yeah.
It was just sounded cool, Crash Unit. And the logo this is from an old skateboard logo that stole it from Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
And I like that logo, so she added my single headphone, which is right here. I don't know if you can see it because it's dark, but single headphone.
Nice, bro.
And
Oh,
and she
that's
did
dope.
it to detail, and she even included a little button with the Nemesis guy on there.
Oh, that's
see that.
dope.
That's-
Nice.
She's
She
mega
does great work.
She's mega talented, bro. Mega talented.
She's very, and she's got that Soulful Sundays going, and she's doing a really good
Yeah,
job
she's
at that.
with-
So
Yeah, him and Joey.
George, you guys all played there, right? You guys, the
Yeah,
whole
we did
Groove House
one.
family
Yeah,
went
we did
down
one
there.
over there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, they have a
great
good thing.
girl, very talented.
Yeah, they have a good thing going there. Any shout outs there, Leo? Before
Yeah,
we continue?
absolutely. Man, well, Paulie Wizard. We got Chaka on the call. or
Oh,
online.
wait, Mr.
Yeah,
Mr.
Chaka,
World,
bro.
No, I got Mr. World Famous, DJ Hayes in
Who?
the house, dude,
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
shit.
Oh, shoot.
from the
Yeah.
movement. So he's checking us out.
Hayes.
The world
We got
famous,
Carl
world famous.
Carl
That's
Gilkey.
that's him. That's DJ Hayes.
That's
right there.
him. That's
Okay,
Mr.
okay.
Hayes.
There you go. There you go.
Mr. Hayes
Right
in the
on. Welcome,
house.
guys.
Thank you for tuning
Hey,
in.
dude, I don't
Mr.
know. Janet is going off with you owe her like a chili cheeseburger or she'll settle
man,
for
I'm hungry now.
shakies or something like that, bro. I don't know, man.
I'd go with Shakey's if I were you, Janet.
Yeah.
And don't get the bunch of lunch. The bunch of lunch is crap. Make the guys buy you the actual Mojos and chicken and the real pizza.
all
The
day.
bunch lunch is the leftover shit that they process and they put out there for all the greedy city workers, because you go there and all the city workers are there just buying shit because they're cheap.
Hey, sound like you work there, bro. You
No,
sound
no,
like
I go
know,
there.
bro.
I go there. I go there a lot. I go there because I like pizza, but I learned that the bunch of lunch is not worth it because you're gonna get the not so good quality stuff, and then of course after you fill yourself, stuff yourself with the crap, you're like, that really wasn't fulfillful. It's almost like Chinese food. So tell the guys to buy it from the actual menu. The guys don't be cheap. Who owes her the money? Who owes her the pizza? George?
Yeah.
George?
Yeah.
Come on, George.
Yeah. Come on, George.
Fork out the
Alright.
dough, George.
Let me let the people know that Jamming James is in Hawaii, balling like no other for I think 3 weeks. I don't know where the dude
Jeez,
gets all this money.
Lucky guy.
Yeah, so we have Mondo Nemesis filling in for him. So I think he's going to be back next week. Well, at least until Jamming James gets back. So
Thank you, Janet.
Yeah.
Jeanette, thank you.
Hey,
Paulie,
Jamie James.
thank you, Marco.
Hey, bro, dude,
It
you owe a
worked.
lot of money. You owe a lot of
I
money,
do.
Mondo.
I'm
Yeah,
buying you
right.
guys all a bunch of lunch next week.
So
It's on me.
Mondo's filling in for Jamming James. Don't worry, Jamming James will be back. He's our star athlete, scholar, record holder. He's our guy. He'll be back. He'll be back 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
No worries, guys. Don't panic.
We'll be back well rested and with a bunch of good stories from Hawaii.
He won't be
Does
any
anyone know what
darker,
the
bro.
weather's
He
like?
won't be any darker. So
You won't be any lighter.
Yeah, no, that's for sure, bro. That's for sure, dude.
Is the weather good in Hawaii right now, or is it? I mean,
Bro,
is
the
he,
weather's
hopefully
always
he's
good
having
in
a great
Hawaii,
time.
man.
Yeah.
No hurricanes, no rain. That's good.
Yeah.
Lucky.
No, the
3
weather's
weeks
always
then.
good over there, bro. Yeah. So
so
good for him,
Mondo,
man. He deserves it.
so Mondo, another question for you. What was your
Yes.
first paying job, dude? Your first paying job?
My first paying job. So again, parents were very strict. We weren't poor, but we weren't rich either. And of course, if I wanted something like Converse Chuck Taylors, which my dad said no way. And if you guys remember tracks from Kmart, that's what I got. Embarrassing. So they said, "You want your shoes, Converse? Yeah, you go get a job and buy them." So I was, I think, 14 or 15, and the school cafeteria lady said, "Hey, you want a job? It's usually for underprivileged kids, but not everybody's signing up for it. So I can get you a job." I said, "I'll take it." And she said, "It's going to be helping the fire department." I said, "Oh wow, junior fireman? Heck no!" They loaded us in a bus, took us up in the Griffith Park Hills, and we had to clear fire roads with pitchforks and shovels.
What?
Now this is back in the early '70s, so child labor law I don't think existed, and if it did, they didn't care. And we had to clear fire roads. Yeah. And of course, I get in the bus with some actual real underprivileged kids. And the first thing one guy comes up to me, I remember clear as day. He looked at me and goes, "That's my seat." And I look around the bus and I'm like, "There's no one else here." So I moved, and he went to that seat and said, "That's my seat too." I'm like, "Oh man, I'm gonna get my ass kicked before I get my first paycheck."
Yeah.
So I gladly moved because he was with his friends. And I said, "Man, this is going to be one hell of a ride to just get these freaking Converse." But I survived, became friends with those guys. And when I got my first paycheck, which I can't tell you how much it was, but let's just say it was $100
Okay.
for slave labor, I went and got my Converse. And of course, because I was only 14 or 15, Converse shoes didn't start, the shoe size didn't start, started at 6.5. I was a size 5.
So they were too big for you?
I bought them anyway. I shoved
Yeah.
paper in there.
Yeah.
I don't care.
You look
Yeah,
like,
I
you look
wore
like
'em.
Ronald McDonald.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what? Ronald McDonald, fucking Converse. So yeah, that was my first job. It was clearing fire roads for the LAFD fire department, and it was just I used to get bloody noses every day from the heat. I would have to buy a lot of water, and then those same guys that were messing with me, they dared me to pitchfork a bee's hive that was on the ground.
Oh, sheesh.
So because I wanted to be accepted, because I wanted to be one of the cool kids, I did it, and we ran. And those bees, man, they caught us, and they got in my hair. When I went like this, they stung my fingers. All my fingers were swollen. My head was swollen, and I felt so sick. I couldn't tell my parents what I did because I wanted to go to work the next day to make my money. So I went to work the next day in pain, but I survived it. But yeah, that was my story of my first job. And again, stupidity seems to follow me in whatever I do. whether it be jobs, friends, or relationships. It's just it's like right there. My co-pilot, my road dog is stupidity. So
Oh my god.
plenty more stories of that dumbness. But let me tell you, that's
The only
my
good-
first job.
The only good thing you got is the DJing, brother. That right there is like,
And even that, you hook up with the wrong people, and they're, back in the day, you get the wrong promoter, they promise you the world, right?
yeah.
And I remember we played at Florentine Gardens when it first opened up. It used to be just a big warehouse, and the guy promised me and Renee, the wizard, money every night, and every night that place was packed, and we would get maybe a few $100 because he lost money with the flyers and promoting. I'm like, well, I don't understand business. The one time we did good was, and I don't know if you can see the poster of Michael Jackson night. We got each a whopping $500 each, and we were like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
DJ's gonna pay for my rest of my life." And $500 was just like the first time we made 500, and it was just like not a lot. So,
And what was Michael Jackson night? What that consist of?
so that consisted of a packed house, and then you get a few people that dress, because people would dress like Michael Jackson,
Yeah.
and they have a contest and see who can dance like him.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, some of these cats were really good.
Yeah.
And the whopping prize, you can't see it, was $100 to the winner. So imagine you're out there and you're hustling for 100 measly bucks, and you probably paid $20 to get in and bought some drinks. So it was Michael Jackson that we made 500
Breaking even.
apiece.
Yeah, but that was in the 80s.
Yeah, it was 1984.
Yeah, so $100 was still
A lot of money.
Yeah, it was.
It was a
absolutely.
nice chunk of change. That was a nice chunk of change.
You could buy a lot of booze with that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, with 500, I bought a lot of. So here's me. We were playing at Florentine Gardens. We had like a contract with the guy Kenny who owns it, and of course my obsession's always been mobile DJing, sound system. So what I do with my money, I try to buy more speakers, more. And back then, Serwin Vega, which was the shit that everybody had, a pair of B36s was maybe, if you got them used, $500, $600 a pair.
Yeah.
And that was where my money would go. So it was just kind of like, I hated the Florentine Gardens. I hated it because it was like, this is not what mobile DJ is about. We're a club DJ, and who gives a shit? We're way up on top. We can't even see the crowd. Nobody can interact with you.
Nobody can see you.
Yeah, they don't. They didn't care who played, and that was when I first learned that, it's really the music you play, and it doesn't matter how, because they were still dancing.
Yeah.
We had some DJs come on that the promoter would have just for warmer-uppers. They sucked, but people didn't give a shit. That place was packed. You just see the wave of people moving. So I'm like,
That's crazy.
Well,
I could never do that.
Yeah, that's true, Mondo. Because we used to play at the Ukrainian Hall, and we would play behind the curtains. Nobody would see us. You know what I mean? We'd just be back there with the turntables, playing, but we weren't on the stage. We were behind the curtains playing. We had to peek around the curtain, see if people were dancing. So
why would they hide you guys behind the curtain?
That's where we were. Yeah,
Because we're the wizards, man.
Yeah, we're the-
like the
yeah,
Wizard
we're-
of Oz behind the curtain, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. Because we're up.
Okay,
we're-
here's.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
like I
Finish
said,
your
we were
story.
behind. We were up on the stage. So we were behind the curtains. So yeah, there was no showcasing the DJ back then. You know what I mean? You were
Right?
like,
You know what's funny is I can picture like you guys are behind the curtain, but every once in a while somebody sticks their head out.
Yeah, like.
Hey, is there even anybody dancing? Hold on.
Oh yeah. Go, bro. Go.
Keep playing. You're doing great.
Playing.
So the question here I got is, Mondo, how did you get your name?
So I went through a few name changes when we first started. When we first started, we were called Palace, and that was spelled Palas. And we got made fun of because in Spanish it's called
Palas.
Palas. And what are palas? Shovels. But there was a guy from Highland Park, Eagle Rock, who used to be called Palace. And that song came out, Palace, which was a great song. So we said, well, we're going to call ourselves Palace, but with a A-L-A-S. That lasted a short while till my partner I had, we broke up, and then I got hired by some other cats, and it was called Trashik Musique, because everything was musique at the end.
Yeah.
Palace
Unique-
Musique, Trash
Unique music.
Musique. I'm going to actually bring musique back, just so you guys know.
You're gonna bring back the Q.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you're bringing it back.
Mondo Nemesis Musique.
It's
That's
Mondo
badass.
Nemesis.
That's badass, bro.
Oh yeah? Okay,
It's
let me write it down real quick.
Musquet. Musquet?
Musquet, yeah. People didn't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
It's French, or what is it? But one day we were in school. We were the delinquents that didn't go to school, but we went to school. You guys know those people. And my friend who actually was in class or was doing good and getting straight A's, he took an English lit class, and he said, "Hey, I got a new name for us." I go, "What is it?" He goes, "Nemesis." I said, "Nemesis? What does that mean?" He goes, it means a feared opponent, the goddess of vengeance. And I said, yeah, but it sounds too much like Genesis and Pegasus. And they were big back then.
Yeah.
I go, so we're going to be looked at like, who are these imposters?
Yeah.
And he says, no, trust me, you're going to love that name. And of course, I didn't know what it meant except for what he told me. I said, let me think about it. And I remember I was the only one in charge of it, so I could make the decisions. And I said, well, Nemesis. It sounds kind of okay, I think. God of Vengeance. We're not going to go and kick anybody's ass. But the feared opponent part was what got my mind thinking. I go, you know what? I want to be so good that people, when I walk in the room, people are like, oh, fuck, Mondo Nemesis here.
Yeah.
Let's just put our records down and let him play all night. So I said, all right, let's go with the name Nemesis. And believe it or not, that name hit so well that after Pegasus was gone and Genesis, nobody even heard of anymore. It stuck really well and nobody ever confused us, which was really good. And of course, back then, my promoter said we need to do a font for your name because nobody had fonts. Everybody was using just the standard fonts that they got at the print shop.
Yeah.
So he paid the guy. I liked Indiana Jones at the time, and he did the Indiana Jones logo. And I said, yeah, that looks cool. He goes, but you know what? Your name, Mondo N, just doesn't match with Nemesis. So you have to do something that'll match with it. Because back then, everybody had a DJ name, Electra, Tony Morales, Pegasus, Gabriel. So he said, what do you have that no one else has? I said, well, I use a single headphone on a strap. And he goes, let me see it. And I showed him the headphone. He goes, I could do a logo for you. I'm like, ooh, that's going to be kind of interesting. Because back then, logos weren't even part of DJ.
Yeah.
So when he showed it to me, I said, what the fuck is that? It looks like a sign for the men's bathroom with a colon or semicolon. And I go, that's terrible. I go, no, I don't like that. And my promoter goes, Mondo, no one has a logo. You have a headphone that no one uses. Just let them do it. I'll pay for the logo. I go, I can't pay for that shit. That looks stupid. It looks so simple. And of course, years later, you learn that simplicity is the best way. So someone can look at it and say, I know that. Coca-Cola, I know that.
Yeah.
IBM, I know that. Apple, I know it.
Yes.
So that's the story of the name and the logos. And it was really just because someone else thought of it, not me. And I said, let's just do it because I just wanted to play music. I don't care how you promote me. Just let me play my music and be the one who does what he needs to do. And you guys worry about all that shit. That's how I came up with Nemesis. Yeah.
Dude, I remember that logo, bro, on all those flyers back in the days. Those when I was in the 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade. I remember that freaking Indiana Jones Nemesis logo. I remember that, dude.
Still use it to this day, bro. Change it a little bit.
Hey, Mondo, remember that flyer that I found that I showed you?
Yeah. Which one?
But the other one, the one that you said don't. No, the other one. Remember the one about, you know what I'm saying, right? I don't want to say
again. Stupidity has been my
don't say it.
Say it.
Hey, bro.
Let me just sugarcoat it. So here's the thing. Again, stupidity. We're doing a Christmas card. So back then we used to make flyers and say, hey, everybody, our fans, Merry Christmas. Thank you from Nemesis, the Nighthawks. That was a group of our people. But for some reason, I thought we needed another promotion name because Nemesis Nighthawks was just not cutting it. And Nemesis was the DJ. So we thought of a name that if you mentioned it now, people would be like, wow, why would you do that? That's just so bad. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. But I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you guys off the air. But here's the thing. When we passed out those flyers at the Glendale Galleria, because we used to go to the mall, some girl came up to me and said, you should be disgusted with yourself. You should be embarrassed. Now, it wasn't pornography. It was worse.
No.
But I was like, well, what's the big deal? And we put our logo on it and everything. And then years later,
all over it.
Years later, I saw what it meant in a documentary. And I thought, that was the stupidest thing I've done some stupid things, but that was one of the worst things. So George sent me the flyer, and I said, ooh, don't ever show that to anybody. Don't think, oh, nice guy, my ass. Motherfucker's like, and I said, you know what? It was a bad time. Remember, I was maybe 16 or 17.
Yeah.
I didn't go to school and learn history like I should have. And to put that name out there was just bad. So yeah, George, that was just like, I can't believe I found it too. I have an original flyer too, but
I have like
bro,
3 of them. I have 3 of them, bro, and I'm more like, oh my god, this gets out. Damn,
Mondo. When I see you in person, I'm gonna remind you. I want to know the name.
I'll show you the flyer. You'll be like, okay. So just so you guys know, okay, if you guys, I show it to you guys, tell you, I'm not that guy. I was just an idiot that let some other idiot tell me to use it. And this guy who came up with it, I remember when he told me, he was laughing, like, yeah, let's just do it. I'm like, Now, if it's controversial, that sometimes is good promotion. But this,
Yeah, yeah.
and can you believe that only one girl came up to me and said that was wrong? And that just means that maybe the rest of the party people weren't as bright as like I thought they were, which is good because that was done. I forgot what date you had on that, George. Was it 84, 85?
Yeah, I think it was 84.
And we still kept on going till like 89.
Oh,
So
shit.
again, it was a Christmas flyer that we gave out. Now, most of the flyers, as you know, people would get them and throw them away. They don't give a shit about them. But for George to save that one, I'm like, why'd you save that one, George? But I have it too. And we don't talk about it. But Renee and I, the wizard, he and I talk about that every once in a while. And he's like, he was against it, but I didn't know why. And I said, back then you're like, I don't care, it's my thing. You don't have to be associated with it if you don't want to. And it was only me on there. If you look at the flyer, it says Nemesis Mondo and it has all the name of the guys. Renee might be on there, but he was very anti-it because it was just not a good thing to put out there.
Okay, let's move
Thanks,
on.
George.
Let's move on for that subject.
I know.
Hey, Mondo, I'm,
Go to church now.
You brought it up.
well, I mean, I
And
thought it was.
I'm over here sweating because George, I'm
Yeah,
like,
bro,
George gonna
I
say
know.
it. I won't be on the show again. They'll be like,
Dude,
get that fucker
I
off.
thought he was gonna.
Like-
I thought he was gonna sweep it. Just sweep. Just get out. No, but he got into it.
I had to
Yeah.
explain some of it, George, because
Props
the
to you,
guys,
brother.
people are gonna be like, now people are like,
You
I
can't
want to
just
know
bring
about
that
it.
up.
Yeah.
It's a wild hour, bro. We get deep
Moving
in here, bro.
on. The
Wild
movie of
hour.
the week is gonna be. What's the
We're
movie? What's the
all of it.
movie for the week, George? Just get
No,
to that
no,
now.
no.
Just pass everything else up.
It's a youth
Before the
mistake,
hate
bro.
mail
It's
starts coming in.
it's a youth mistake, bro. We all make mistakes like that, bro. No big deal. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
You're a great guy.
As I
brother.
said, stupidity, man. And
So
you know what?
Let me ask
No,
you
go
this
ahead.
real quick, dude.
Yeah.
What's the story with you being a skateboarder, bro? I mean, inner city. What's inner city? I mean, I knew, back in the '80s, skateboarding was out in the suburbs, not so much in the inner cities, right? Isn't that the case?
It was Venice.
Hey,
it was El Sereno. It
hello,
was
I'm
about-
asking
yeah.
Mondo Nemesis.
Same, bro. Spencer.
No, Jesse's right. It was everywhere, but you know what, Jesse? In Echo
Yeah.
Park, it wasn't because again,
yeah.
you can't be a skateboarder in Echo Park, and there was no skate parks. Remember back then, if they were in Montebello. They were in all the nice areas. So I think what happened was they built one in Montebello, and we drove by it with my parents, and I said, "That was like fun." And of course, skateboarding is a very individual sport where you can do it by yourself. You can do it in the street wherever you want. So you didn't have a team. I know you guys probably think I'm very athletic, but I'm not. It was you could be a goofball dork and learn how to ride skateboard and be cool within that community. So my friends and I started skateboarding. We had ramps in my house. We used to play Donna Summer on the stereo until the cool kids would come and we changed it to the KLOS. Because you can't listen to fucking Donna Summer and be a disco skateboarder. No. And my friends who were cool, they liked Donna Summer and stuff. So I had the album. We had a turntable in the garage and we played out here. But skateboarding was one of those things where I fell in love with because of the individuality of it and the art form.
Yeah.
If you watch them nowadays, they do a lot of flippy tricks and stuff. But you watch some older 80s skaters like the Bones Brigade, and Tony Hawk even, but everybody knows Tony Hawk. You see the art form, and they've compared it to ballet and stuff, which is stupid, but it's really just amazing what they can do on these skateboards. So that was why. I mean, the boards I have here are all collectors. I still have skateboards, and I took up snowboarding for a while, but that's nothing like skateboarding. Snowboarding is more like surfing.
Yeah.
But that was where the skateboarding came from.
Who's your favorite from the Bones Brigade?
Oh, well, it was probably Steve Caballero, which everybody pronounces it Steve Caballero.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Caballero,
Remember,
yeah.
you couldn't be Hispanic and be a skateboarder back in the day because it was like you had to be, more of the upper class.
Yeah.
And we would get our skateboards the same way. We'd save our pennies and go and get them. Our parents wouldn't really buy them. I remember my dad tried having me make one out of plywood and stuff, and it was like, oh, come on. First no Converse tracks tennis shoes, now fucking wooden skateboard, everything to laugh at. Now I can afford any skateboard I want.
Nice, bro.
But I just buy, nowadays the prices are more reasonable, so anyone can buy a skateboard.
Yeah.
Mondo,
That's just been a lot of fun.
I'm a Rodney Mullen.
Oh,
guy.
Rodney Mullen, yeah.
Yes, dude, for sure, Rodney Mullen. And my idols were Rodney Mullen and Tony Alva. Tony Alva, even though he was Z Dog, but you know what I mean.
Tony Alva is still. I met him. I used to have a skateboard shop back in the early '90s, and he came in, and I was like, oh man, all these legends of skateboarding would come to my shop, and it was just like Tony Alva was one of the coolest cats ever. And he was supposed to be this bad boy, fuck authority and stuff.
Yeah.
But he was really just a mellow cat who was really
super
cool.
mellow. Yeah, super cool.
And
yeah,
Rodney Mullen, I mean, he's just, after he did all his little freestyle stuff, he became this great legendary street skater, which revolutionized a lot of things that guys and girls are doing now.
Everything that's happening right now is because of Rodney Mullen.
Exactly.
Yeah, everything that's happening, for sure. Back to you, George.
Okay.
We went down our skating trip. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, George. You asked one question. There's like a long answer for it.
I'm a biker dude, so
yeah.
BMX,
Let me.
all that bullshit, man.
Hey, Mondo, what was the nearest skate shop to you, bro? Where'd you have to go?
It was this really small place run by just like some typical, hey, we're gonna make money off skateboarders on Fountain and Sunset by my old junior high school.
It's in Hollywood.
I forgot the name of it. Yeah, but right before you get to Hollywood.
Mhm.
But then some really cool, I think they were Armenian, a man and a woman used to sell out of their house, and they would buy the seconds, the stuff that the company wasn't going to sell, because it was something was wrong with it. Printing was wrong or something, color. So they'd sell it to them, and they would sell it really cheap. So then my dad would buy my brother and I every, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, he would take us to buy us, if we were good, a skateboard from them. It was like, Pop Peralta, good stuff, but it was seconds. But we didn't care because, the minute you get on a skateboard, you've already
scratching it.
Yeah,
it's scratched. Yeah.
So that was where we used to buy them from until they went out of business. Then I kind of would buy them at the local shops, the more trendy shops like Val Surf. Then there was a place in Glendale called Hot Skates where I actually worked there for a couple years. So it was little shops, and back in the 80s, there was so many shops. It was very competitive, so a lot of them would go in business and then go out of business. And nowadays, of course, there are very few of those mom and pop shops, we call them.
Yeah, and, there's not a lot of those anymore.
Let me ask you this: injuries.
Oh, broken wrist, broken knee, broken crack, concussion, broken fingers. Just recently, my cousin and I started skateboarding again because there's parks everywhere, and they're all to everyone's level. You're not as young as you think you are when you get on a skateboard and you fall off it. The most painful thing is when you fall. It's like, even with we wear knee pads, elbow pads, helmets. The kids all look at us like, who the fuck are these old dudes? But now there's guys that do that, so it's okay. But yeah, it's just really painful. The last time I think I twisted both knees and pulled my groin. Because you do the splits, your legs go this way, this way. So it was painful. Yeah, I haven't skated in a while.
Dude,
I took up longboarding in 2012. I broke my back, but I crushed the disc. Yeah, I got my Sector 9.
Oh yeah, and that's just cruising, right? You're just cruising.
You know what though? It wasn't on the longboard. I had put together a Tony Alva board with big Sector 9 wheels, and I was just so anxious to ride it. And I jumped on it, and I hit a pebble, and that was it. Yep. And then since then I had to have major back surgery. Oh my major back surgery, and then I'm not allowed to ride anymore. So I just keep like
it's a museum piece now.
Yeah, seriously. I have the Sector 9 right there, dude, and I stare at it sometimes. It's like, bro, you know what I mean?
Mondo, let me ask you this, brother. What was the first time you got really hurt and you had to go back home and your parents saw what happened to you? Did you get yelled at? They broke some more bones? What happened when you showed up?
No, my upbringing was very, believe it or not, relaxed. I had Hispanic parents. They were tougher on my sister than they were on me and my brother. So for us, it was just like traviesos, You guys get into it, tough shit, suck it up. Yeah. And I remember when I didn't start breaking bones till later in my later teens and even early 20s. And by then I wasn't home anymore. So, as a kid, we were just nerdy kids, man. We were just like, doing the regular things. I could not get into BMXing because I couldn't do a wheelie. Every time I pulled up to do a wheelie, I'd fall on my back.
Shame on you.
I could not do a wheelie. So I said, you know what? This sport is not for me. And I've seen BMXing like to the really professional level, and it's awesome. Yeah. Like skateboarding.
R.L. Osborne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So George, I didn't get to come home with any bad injuries. Okay. I just came home with bad grades.
Because usually
that was an ass whooping because how dare you get an F in every class? Yeah. It's happened, Mom. It's the teacher's fault. Fucking LA Unified School District doesn't know what they're doing.
Mom, that
Yeah.
means for fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't buy that at all. You know, they were like, so that was where the real fear of coming home was after, and then they started mailing the report cards home, which
Yeah,
is really
that
like
was
shit.
even-
How do you intercept the mail when your mom's
Yeah,
home
no
all
way,
day?
No way.
Dad works, but mom's home all day. So that was where it was really kind of,
Oh.
you know, oh shit, I'm gonna get in trouble. And
Yeah.
yeah, we got in trouble, grounded.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
Latino parents are usually, you know, you get hurt, and then when you go home, you get hurt some more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, because now they gotta either take you to the hospital or
Yeah, and that's
get
gonna
you
cost
fixed up,
money,
and
bro. That's
yeah.
gonna cost money, and that's not good, bro. That's food off the table. That's not gonna work.
Right.
So, yeah, brother.
Bro, I
so-
remember I got in a fight in front of my house. I got my ass kicked. And then I got my ass kicked from my mom. With the cinto and everything. I was like, Mom,
Oh man, that's brutal with the belt.
Yeah,
brutal,
shit.
bro. My
Whoa.
mom, no mercy. Bro,
Surprised
no
she didn't make you fight again. That's what
Yeah,
they used to do
right.
with my little
Rematch.
Yes, they used to make us fight again.
Next
like what?
time, I swear,
Yeah.
if I find out you get your ass kicked, I'm gonna kick your ass even more. I was like, okay, Mom. fuck.
Hey, Jesse, did you used to get sent back out? If you came back with
Yeah, I
some,
used to get sent back out. I'm like what? Get back out there. Get back out there. And my brother,
Wow.
my brother would be like, "Hey, bro, if he kicks your ass, I'm gonna kick your ass." Like that. You know what I mean? Like I had that kind of, you know, like a
That's
fuck,
rough, man.
you
When your
know?
parents are that tough.
So like, yeah, dude.
How about
get
you,
back out
George?
there.
You
Well,
got-
but
you
it
got
wasn't my
tough parents?
parents. It was my cousins, bro. It
Oh.
wasn't my. It was my cousins.
What about Mr.
dude.
Wild? Did you have tough parents too, or were they?
yeah,
mean-
bro. My dad was, yeah. You put the fear of God
Hardcore.
in you, bro. Yeah. So,
Yeah, that was my dad, dude. When my mom would say, "I'm gonna tie your dad," oh, dude, it was game
Forget
over
it.
for me. It was over, bro. I was like, "Oh fuck, that's it. I'm done.
no,
I'm done."
We had to make sure the house was where it's supposed to be by the time my dad got home, bro. So, or else it was hell to pay, bro.
Damn.
So, well, you know,
Yeah.
I grew up by a normal guy, so I guess he did a good job, bro. I'm not complaining. My dad did as well as he can do. So, props to him.
There's a
Yeah.
there's a comment right here from Paulie that said Mondo doesn't remember we met way back in the '80s when I was going under Champagne.
Oh, so
Yeah,
how
you
do
know,
they-
yeah, you know, Paulie, I apologize, but so a lot of people I re-met. I don't remember because everyone looks different. And then of course, you know, after I stopped DJing back in like I actually stopped playing music around gosh, maybe it was like 2002 or 2003. I didn't do it after 93. I stopped DJing under Crash Unit, and I just had my turntables. I used to just kind of be a bedroom DJ.
Mm.
And I would hear these parties, but I was like, first of all, I'm not cool enough to go, and second, I don't dress the part. I'm not gonna go buy a whole outfit, spend all my money to look cool for one night, or think I do, and get not score on one girl. Well, I mean, you know, score. I'd say one girl. So I thought, you know what? I didn't hang out to the party scenes, and none of my friends were DJs anymore, or else they were married, and then that's why. So if I met Paulie, I apologize for not re-meeting him, but like I said, I just remember knowing him from back in the Nemesis wizard days, and then thinking,
Yeah.
oh, we don't want to fuck with San Fernando Valley, man. Those guys will fuck us up. Those guys are real,
dude.
gangster DJs. They don't
Thugs,
fucking
really thugs, bro.
yeah, they're thugs. So sorry, Paul, you're not a thug. I know that, but I've seen some of Paulie's pictures he's posted lately. This Taking Back Tuesday or Thursday pictures he posts.
Yeah.
Very good looking guy back then.
Hey,
Still
dude,
now, but
you know
back
what?
then,
Paulie looked like he was 30 when he was 18. You know what I mean? He like
One of those, yeah.
seriously,
Paulie,
bro.
that was George Wild that said that.
No.
I said you look good.
If you
You say
check
he had
out,
he had the mustache or what?
he had the
mustache?
mustache
yeah.
going. Oh yeah, he had the mustache going, dude. The hair, the suit.
But he had the dress too. He was dressed.
Yeah, he had
every
the
picture he's
suits.
posted,
Yeah, he
he was
was.
dressed sharp,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude, the dude was like 30 when he was 18, bro. So, you know.
Oh, so
he
you
was a-
mean
he
the way he dressed, not the way
right?
he
He was
looked
a
physically, right?
yeah, he was
Okay.
a player. He was playing back early in the
yeah.
days, bro.
Damn,
Paulie
Paulie.
said, "What the fuck?"
Oh, are we outing Paulie?
Oh,
Oh,
god.
yeah, Oh, he had the
Relax.
mullet. Hey, did he have the mullet? He had the mullet. He said the mullet.
I think
Everybody
he
had
did.
the mullet. in
Everybody
there.
had
yeah.
the mullet, bro.
Everybody had the mullet, dude. Everybody had the
But yeah,
mullet.
I've heard him play it. He
I
said
had
he
it.
did
I
Champagne.
had the mullet, bro. I had the mullet. Raise
No,
my
did
hand.
you really?
I raised
Oh,
my
come
hand.
on.
bro.
Everyone, I had a mullet.
I
too,
had
yeah.
the
Come
mullet,
on,
dude. There's a
man.
Yeah, I saw
pompadour,
that, bro.
a
Yeah,
pompadour mullet,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
We all
See, I
had
couldn't do
that.
the pompadour. Hair was too. It couldn't do it. And the mullet, easy. Let it grow on the back and let it keep growing.
The little square
Yep.
fade on the side.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was the shit back then.
Yeah. The La Tigre shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey,
Hey,
Paulie.
so Mondo, you're a single guy. You married? You have kids? What's
No, I'm single.
okay?
Ladies, you can start texting now. George will give you my number.
Yeah.
I'm very single, and no kids ever.
kids. All right.
All the girls I dated had kids, so
Okay.
it was one of those things where I did my best to be a stepdad.
Yeah.
And it was I stayed together with the girls for a good amount of time, and most of the kids, they were all cool.
Right.
So I never felt the need to. And then I devoted pretty much the last 20 some years of my life to rescuing animals. That's what I do for a living. So
That's
my
dope.
kids are furry animals, cats, dogs, turtles, fish, birds,
Oh,
lizards,
nice.
you name it. Yeah, I got a whole zoo here. You guys got to come down to the what I call the
Nice.
Nemesis Compound's pet sanctuary.
All right. Yeah.
So
for
yeah,
sure.
I do that, and that's where I met girls that I wish I would have married, and then after I really met them, I thought, God damn, I'm glad I dodged that bullet. Woo!
So it's a petting zoo. You have a petting zoo at the
Yeah,
compound, or
yeah,
what?
you come and pet the fish and the turtles, and they don't
Yeah.
bite. Yeah, it's cool.
Very cool, man.
Yeah.
So that. No,
Yeah,
no
Paul-
kids, no marriage.
Yeah, Paulie's right. You were getting those instant families, right? You were like instant family.
Yeah, the,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the prepackaged
Yeah.
family.
That's what they
Yeah.
call it. How do they say instant family? Just add Mondo.
Yeah, just
Well, yeah,
yeah.
it just so happens that, and this is not a ding on any of you ladies out there
No,
that have
of course
kids. It's
not.
just that every girl seems that I met until recently, I've met girls that don't have kids, and I was like, wow, that's really kind. And some of them they range between like 25 to 50, and some don't have kids. Now I can see why the young ones don't have them, but even back in my day, it was really easy to date a girl who was 18 or 20 in her 20s and had one kid at least, and there was nothing wrong with that because they weren't deadbeat moms. They were really responsible. If we couldn't go out and party, well, we have a video night, because there was no Netflix back then. So it was just really easy to find a girl, and you're like, well, I like her, and her kids came along, so you don't worry. I was never one of those guys that said, oh, you have kids, forget it. And I've heard some of my friends say that. I'm like, why? It's like, it's all part of the relationship, and if you really are meant to be with someone, it doesn't matter what. I don't want to call it baggage, but who they come with as a
course.
package deal.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. All right.
Okay, we're taking phone calls to the love line. So anybody out there,
Yes, right.
have-
Let me
we
give
have-
you what I like in a woman, George. I'll text you right now, and then make sure you screen them because I
Mondo,
don't need any more cycles in my life.
Mondo will answer all your questions in the love line.
I
Go,
will.
Mondo.
I will. And
Hey,
guys,
is Wild being Dr. Drew right now? What the
Yeah,
hell,
no.
Dr. Drew?
Jeez.
just
Being the
so
poor
you guys
man.
know, guys,
Being the poor man,
guys,
bro.
don't ask me for any love life advice or relationship. I am the worst. If you look at my track record, you'll be like, what the hell? Don't ever ask me what do you think I should do. I will give you the worst advice, the wrong advice, and then you'll hate me and we won't be friends after that. So just let's keep it to drinking beers and DJing, and we're good. I'm good with that.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Okay, let me let the
Bad.
people know that Mondo Nemesis is with us. Jamming James out on vacation. So Mondo's filling in for Jamming James. He's probably going to be back next week. Right, Mondo?
Wait. First you said I was. Now you said probably.
No, no. Hey,
whole-
I'm
The
asking
flyer
you,
thing,
brother.
George. You brought up the flyer thing, George. You brought it up.
Yeah,
I
that
didn't
was
bring it
you,
up.
George. Come on, bro.
I could have swept it, but the guys were like, "What?" And let me sugarcoat it.
Dude,
Come on.
purely intentional, dude.
Yeah,
He-
Mondo.
He brought that. He brought it up intentionally, bro. He's
Mondo
like, this
will
is
be
going-
back.
yeah.
The Mondo might be back.
Mondo.
Night
will-
and night.
All right, let me
Dude,
clarify.
Mondo
Let
started
me,
will call you.
Mondo, it started like this slowly,
Yeah, I know.
slowly.
let
Hey,
me,
Paulie, come on, Paulie.
let me-
Give me some props here, Paulie, please.
let me clarify. Mondo's coming back next week. He'll be with us
Oh,
next
okay.
week, 8 o'clock.
All right, we're
So
not going to
Mondo
talk
will
about
be back,
flyers.
Hey,
How much longer?
Hey,
I
right
just,
now Mustachio's like, what the hell? I just got bumped. Did I just get bumped?
Oh.
Mustachio.
I'm only here because Jamming James isn't here, and he does a great job. Like I said, I've seen your guys' show. He does a great job. All you guys do a great show. I watch you guys whenever I get off work and I get here, even if I catch the tail end of it. But like I said, you guys are always entertaining to me, and I like watching. So to be on here is like, it's a not, I can't say an honor. It's just like fucking cool as hell.
nice.
Yeah.
It's like that show you look at and you're like, man, as a DJ, you want to be on that show.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
the show that DJs should want to be on. And if you guys need to bump me for someone else, like Paulie or Paulie, just go ahead and bump me. I would gladly step down for someone else because I'm not that kind of DJ that has to be me in the spotlight.
That's cool, bro.
No, brother.
So
we,
what's your favorite? What's your favorite? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Jordan,
no.
I'm
I
sorry,
just
go ahead.
I just want to thank Mondo for doing this,
for real.
being here with us.
Oh, I love this. I love
Good
this.
stuff, brother. Good
Good
stuff.
stuff.
So yeah, go ahead, Leo. What you got for him?
No, just what's your favorite genre playing, bro? I mean, I know DJs they play different, but what is your favorite genre that you just enjoy playing?
So
Techno,
everybody, what?
techno,
Did you say techno?
techno.
So let me tell you my really favorite. If you told me, Mondo, you can only play one genre for the rest of your DJ career, I'd be like, okay, this is the one. But let me just say real quick, you guys know Orlando, DJ Orlando,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
great
From
great
way
cat.
back. Yeah.
We met by accident because I used to hear him on Groove Radio, and he's fantastic. And I met him mountain biking as Orlando, and he knew me as just Mondo. Years later, he sees my name on these flyers, and he says, "Hey, are you that Mondo?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Why didn't you ever tell me?" I go, "Because you were Orlando from Groove Radio. What am I gonna say? Hey, I'm
He
Mondo.
was-
Who gives a fuck about you? I was on the radio." I said, "Okay." So I said, "Yeah." So we started hanging out recently. We went to the Groove House and we did a set, and he was there, and he just pays really good compliments. But he always says, "Oh, what are you gonna play? Disco?" I'm like, "No, I'm not. I play other music other than disco." And back in the day, I started when I started DJing, we were playing new wave. We would cut it because nobody knew how to mix it, so we cut it.
Yeah, it was
Cut it,
all
cut it.
cut. Yeah.
But if you said you can only play one genre, the one I love to play more than anything right now is new wave, because it's not easy to mix. George,
Yes,
who was
sir.
the one that did a new wave set last Saturday?
Fernando?
Not
Fernando?
Unique, right?
Yeah, Fernando Unique.
Fernando Unique.
Right.
Fernando Unique did a new wave set that was really fucking good because you guys all know that new wave without loops
Yeah.
or remixes, it's hard to mix.
Yes.
And he did a hell of a job mixing it. He even threw some punk in there, Los Angeles X, and he did a great job of doing that. So my favorite genre to mix is new wave, and I'm talking about the old '80s stuff.
Yeah.
Dabble in the '90s because they started remixing it, but even nowadays, I listen to more new wave than anything, and most of my record collection is new wave.
Are you
So,
cut?
new
Are
wave.
you mixing them, cutting them, or?
I do my best to cut, mix, but I've learned that as a DJ, and you guys will probably agree with this. Sometimes you can't just let it flow like with house music. You can't
No.
slide it up and let it
You only
flow
got
and enjoy it.
You only
Yeah.
got 4 bars, bro. 4 bars.
If you're
Yeah.
lucky. So
If
you
you're
either have
lucky,
to
right.
mix it fast or mix cut where you actually pre-mix it and then it comes on and you boom. But as long as you keep
Okay.
the beat going and the
Yeah.
people aren't like, what the hell was that? I
Yeah,
think you've
right.
done your job.
And-
But like I said,
Yeah.
Unique
I
did a great job.
I remember Orlando from Sweet Sundays and from way back, and are we talking the same DJ Orlando, right? He's a house
Yeah.
DJ from
Orlando,
Sweet Sundays,
yeah.
right? Yeah, man. I haven't seen him in like 20 years or so, but yeah, I remember him. He
Well,
was
see,
one of our
see what I
DJs
did there,
when we used
guys?
to
I
throw
had to
clubs,
name drop again and say I know
We
Orlando.
name dropped them, huh?
Richard Vision, Orlando. I'm gonna go all night with name dropping. And when
All night, all
after
night, yeah.
today, I'm gonna use your guys' names and say, "Oh yeah, I was on the show with Pesky and Bundio on Jam and James." Even though he's in Hawaii, he's like, "Who the fuck's Mondo?
Yeah.
Why is he tagging me? Why is he tagging me?" Jam and James, I love you, bro. Aloha. Now you know who I am. I'm dropping names all the time.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
I love when DJs come up to me and they do that. They're like, "Oh, you know this guy?" I'm like, "No." And, you don't know him? I'm like, "Bro, I was gone for 30 years. I don't know anybody unless you DJed back in the 80s." And they say, "Oh, I
Yeah.
DJed in the 80s." "Oh, under what name?" So and so. I'm like, "Wow, you know what? Just like nowadays, there was a lot of DJs back then, but I don't remember you." And they always try to compete. And I'm like, I'm not in this for money or fame. I just want to have fun with cool people.
There you go,
So
bro.
you want to go and be this badass mixer and you don't practice and you're really great?
Yeah,
Love
right.
clap. But you know what? The crowd don't give a shit. And
Yeah.
everybody's got a controller nowadays. So honestly, anyone can really DJ if they want
Anybody
to.
can do it. Yeah.
Hey,
And you know what? And the newer the music, like the newer music is easier to DJ. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so easy. Like try DJing something from, like, for example, new wave or some old funk, or even some of the old 80s, like early 80s
Yeah.
disco. It's not easy to DJ. You have to have a
Yeah.
gift. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
back then. You were skilled. The good DJs were musicians in my book. They
Yeah.
weren't just, anybody can put 2 beats together and beat match them, get lucky, beat match them, and get them across. But to get 2 of them that flow perfectly, that are in key, that are in tune, that's a gift. That's a
Yeah.
gift that we didn't have in the 80s. I'm gonna be the first to tell you, I'm the worst DJ out of all of us. I've only started re-DJing like you, 2019, and getting better at it thanks to people like George and listening, but I still have trouble with new wave and with reggae and with some of that early stuff, the early
yeah.
70s, early 80s. You know, so I can flow for 40 minutes, and then one song will just f me up. And
I'm done.
dude, you know what I mean? I'm
Yeah,
done.
fuck,
That's
I
it.
fucked
You
on
know,
it.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, but Mondo,
For
he's
sure.
Jesse the disco machine, dude. He invented it. He's
Jesse,
I invent.
yeah,
You
You know
Jesse
what's
Purple
funny is
Disco Machine.
I invented new disco, bro. I just didn't realize that I
Right?
invented it.
There
Bro.
was new disco.
I've been banging my head for the past 5 years trying to put disco and house music together, and just when I perfected it, bro, I bring it up, I introduce it to these guys, and I'm like, bro, I think I've cracked it. I've cracked the code, and they're like, what are you talking about? New disco? And I'm like, what is this
Wait,
new
what?
disco you're talking? I call it
Oh,
house disco.
He's in
bro.
love with Purple Disco, dude. Purple
go-
Disco Machine,
Dude,
Mondo,
I-
do not talk bad about Purple
Dude,
Disco Machine. 'cause Jesse will get
I-
pissed
Oh, I
off,
wouldn't
bro.
care.
I
I hear
said-
some. I'm into that too.
I sent him to the
You
Purple
said you
Disco
could-
Machine, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about." Yeah, there you go. See?
I'm like, this dude is my hero. You know?
All right, so Jesse, what's your favorite genre then?
It's new disco right now. Yeah,
New
it's
disco.
New disco. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Leo?
House. For me,
House.
it's house.
Okay.
Yeah, it's house, bro. I love house. You know, and any type, tech, progressive. I mean, you know, I just love house music. It's my.
I
shit,
also love '90s drum and bass, like LTJ, Bookham, Suburban Bass Crew, stuff like that. I like a lot of Thievery Corporation. There's this new band. Have you guys heard of the Avalanche?
I haven't.
You got to check them out. The Avalanches. They're amazing, dude. It's
Really?
amazing. It's like a Thievery Corporation style. It's really
Ooh,
you're gonna
the
check them out.
Avalanches, okay.
The Avalanches. I should bring them into the
Okay,
new.
I need to ask.
I've
Mon-
seen,
Yeah.
I've seen TV Corporation like 3-4 times
I
already. They're
need,
just a
I need
badass.
to ask.
We see them every year, bro.
I need to ask Mondo an
I'm sorry.
important question. I have to ask Mondo an important question.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
No more
Hey,
flyers. No more
What was,
flyers.
the, no, what was the name? I want another name. Now, just
Hey,
go ahead,
Mondo.
go ahead, George.
Mondo, is it burritos or tortas? Which one, bro? You gotta pick
Oh
one.
my god.
Oh, burritos all the way.
There you go. See, that's what I'm
Burritos
talking
all the
about.
way.
See what I mean?
You know,
I don't know, dude.
tortas are good, but
It depends
nah,
on the
you gotta
bread.
have a burrito.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all the way.
yeah.
What's
I
your-
love bolillo bread and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
I just, if you can give me that, I want it filled with like a salami or cheese.
Oh,
It has to
shit.
be, yeah, it has to be burrito.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
alright, burrito,
I'm
baby.
gonna borrow something from DJ Hayes. What's your favorite burrito spot?
Okay, so let me just disclaimer here, guys. I
Jesse
get
Del
made fun
Taco
of. I
Bell.
get
It's 'cause
I
he's
get
a-
made fun of a lot because of the food choices. They say I eat like a kid. If we go out to drinks or have drinks and dinner, I'm looking at chicken tenders and sliders and fucking fries. Okay, it's not because I'm cheap. It's just that's what I like.
the microwave
So-
stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I have my fridge has microwave pizza and all that shit because I'm a single guy. You know, I can make spaghetti and meat sauce, but that's just like it takes a lot of work. So my favorite burritos, and I know you guys, I'm gonna get shit for this later, but are really from Taco Bell
Oh,
because
shit.
the bean and cheese burrito with no meat is like a go-to for anything. So sorry, Hayes.
Actually, they are good, bro. I like
Yeah.
them. Bro. I'm with you, bro. I'm
They're,
with you.
they're very simple and they're just bean and cheese with onions and you put in some of that sauce, not sauce,
Oh,
sauce.
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like, you know what? I could eat like 4
Fire
titles and
sauce?
be content. Yeah.
Get that fire sauce.
Did you
So
actually?
now
Did you say Taco Bell?
He said
said
Taco
Taco
Bell,
Bell.
bro.
Taco
He said
Bell.
Taco Bell.
I'm
Hey,
mad
that's
because
good.
there used to be a Taco Bell by my house and the
'Cause
fucking
it's a
millennials
taco.
made it a Starbucks. I don't drink coffee. They fucking your Taco Bell's in Glendale now.
That's Echo
Yeah.
Park. That's Echo Park Mexican food, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, you know, yeah. So it's Hayes, if you're going to take me out for a good burrito, don't waste your money. $5, $2, get me some Taco Bell burritos, but don't forget the
Oh
fire
my
sauce
God,
because
bro.
let me tell you, that stuff is
Get
the
the-
bomb.
The
Yeah.
family pack, bro. 6 burritos and 6
Yeah.
tacos.
I don't eat steak. I don't eat lobster. I recently dated a girl who liked fish tacos, and I was like, oh fuck, I have to eat this because I don't even like fish. But she was pretty hot, so I had to do. You know, you got to be chameleon, guys. You got to be chameleon.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
I like fish. Fish tacos, yeah. Salmon. Let's go have fish tacos. That's just quick and easy, you know. And yeah, but no, I don't like fish. I don't like the smell of it. I don't like the taste of it. So I'm a very simple eater.
All right.
So yeah, happy hour. I'm in heaven, guys. And it's not the money, like I said, but I
yeah.
like to go out and drink more than eat, because that way keep my figure down, you know. And
you
that
know-
way it's like you don't fill up fast.
Oh,
I
this is
always
too
like
much,
to
bro.
say.
I love this
I
shit.
always like to say, bro. There's food in the beer. right?
Right? And George, now the girls that were getting interested are going, nope,
Yeah.
nope.
Yeah, it's
Cheap
just,
motherfucker, cheap motherfucker, cheap motherfucker, cheap motherfucker.
He's gonna take me to Taco Bell.
Taco
Fuck.
Bell?
dude, hey,
Chicken tenders? What the hell?
hey, Mondo, I'm with you, bro. I'm pizza burger dude
Right?
myself, brother. Yeah.
Oh
dude,
yeah,
so-
pizza. Oh, so guys, pizza is my favorite.
Oh
You can
God,
take
yeah.
me pizza,
God,
I'll eat it
yeah.
anywhere.
Oh, is that the
Wait,
reason
let
why
me
they said
let me
Shakey's?
critical
Yeah, Shakey's is the bomb, man.
critical
Yeah.
question.
You know, I have a saying about pizza, bro. The thing about pizza is pizza's like sex. When it's good, it's great, and when it's bad, it's still good.
Exactly.
Let,
You can't beat it.
let me
Can't beat
hey
it.
Mondo, Mondo, I know you do Little Caesars, right,
good
bro? You do Little Caesars,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Those two,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about right there. see?
The Batman calzone. The
guys are
Batman
killing-
calzone is the
Dude,
guy
you guys
for.
are killing me,
Dude,
dude. You
I'm
guys gotta
telling
take
you,
this
I-
conversation off the air,
me,
dude.
me and
I'm gonna go eat real quick and come back because the show's still on. I'll be
dude,
on. I'll
me-
be out there.
Hey,
Any
me and
girls want to join me? I'll be at Little Caesars Echo Park.
yeah, me and Mondo are going off to Little Caesars, so see you guys down there, bro.
See, George lives really close to me. He lives right
Yeah,
here
bro.
in Highland Park, and I go by and drop off stuff and all the time.
Yeah.
George,
Oh,
we
yeah,
can
dude.
do this, George.
Thanks, brother. Hey, I told the guys you send the T-shirts, so I just had to get
Where
it. to
are
them.
they? They're not wearing them today. It would have been cool.
Dude, it would have been so cool, man.
Yeah,
That's
well,
because George doesn't leave his garage, bro.
You know what? The hardest working man. Hey, limited
Aw,
edition. Limited
look, bro,
edition.
Dude, where's my
What?
shirt, bro?
I got them
know.
for you guys. I made them last week.
Aw, Georgie, come on, man.
I got.
But
I
I
forgot.
gotta tell you a real quick history on the shirts, real quick, George.
Yeah, go
Those
ahead.
shirts were made from the old school logo when we used to do them here in my house. My mom would hang them up in her living room and dining room, hang dry on because we didn't have a heater for them. So I took that logo and redid it a little more stencily because I was spray painting all my speakers that I had recently and I got rid of them. So I did that and I said, you know what? Everybody's telling me you should sell them. I go, why? I'm not rich, but I would give everyone who wants one and would be a true Nemesis fan from the day a shirt because it just looks cool to see that logo being like, and that logo was really, nobody really saw it because it was basically on a couple of t-shirts for my crew back then.
Yeah.
And then we couldn't stencil it because back then you essentially cut it out of cardboard. So it really had to be revived because my dad was the one who showed me how to do silk screening. So that's what we did
Damn,
upstairs in my
that's dope.
kitchen. Yeah.
Wow. Let me see that again because I'm not wearing one because I don't have one, but let me see it,
Yeah.
bro. I
But
guess.
it's yours,
It
just
would
so you
be-
know,
Yeah.
it's yours. Yeah. So since
Hey.
I'm coming back next week, I think you guys, we all wear them. We all look like cool.
Yes,
cats, you know?
dude. We have to
And
get
Jem
them,
and
bro.
James, you got one too. Don't worry.
Nice.
And I got stickers for you guys too.
That's
I'm gonna-
dope, bro.
So yeah.
Oh, that's I have some stickers, bro, because I've met you a couple of times. I met you the first time was at remember when George had his mobile stage?
Yeah, over
and
at
then-
the Bahia.
over
there you go.
Over
I
at
got some
Bahia,
sticker, too.
Bahia, yeah.
Remember on Cesar
Oh yeah,
Chavez?
see?
Yeah.
Stickers and everything.
George had his mobile stage over on Cesar Chavez and the Aztec dancers danced
Yes.
for 5 hours.
Oh, remember that,
And-
dude? That was long,
And
bro.
I couldn't DJ because I wasn't cool then. I only had a laptop, which
Yeah,
come
you
on,
weren't
if
cool
you don't have
enough,
a USB drive with music, then you're
yeah,
loser.
Yeah,
So
loser.
I was like, George, I only have this laptop. He goes, you know, I can't hook it up because we didn't remember, George. We didn't know how to hook it up. I'm like,
Right,
oh man, so I don't have a USB drive. I don't.
Dude,
and
how-
CDJs. I didn't have my CDJs yet.
I was training you for like a
Yeah.
week, bro. I was telling you, drop this, do that, do this, do that, right?
I know.
Yeah, it's
But I was like,
I think Rudy V only DJ'd for like 10 minutes. He's like, I gotta go. And then Adrian was like, I'm out of here. I can't take these dancers
Yeah.
anymore. Everybody was just dropping, dude, because the dancers were just dancing all day, dude.
that was a really good venue.
That
It was
very
cool. Hey George, what about that venue? It was in downtown LA, outside in a parking lot. Remember?
That was
Oh,
the
yeah.
second one, right?
no, that was
Yeah, one
Lexington.
Yes, that was
Lexington.
cool. That was during pandemic time,
Yeah, yeah.
and it was the coolest outdoor party ever. It was really cool. Good vibe, good people, and a good sound system. I think you and Willie provided it, right?
Yeah. Mondo is
Yeah.
gonna bring some T-shirts so we can give away to our audience.
Yes.
So he promised to give us some T-shirts so we can.
Nice, nice.
So
Very cool.
Yeah.
once again, Mondo, thank you
What-
for joining us, my brother.
Hey, no problem. It's a pleasure. Trust me. I'm glad I'm here, and I hope to come back next week.
Okay, well now I gotta
So-
do my DVD of the week. You guys are changing the show.
Yeah,
Come on
let's
now.
see. Let's see what
Jesus.
we're gonna watch
Here we
this
go, here
weekend.
we go.
You guys focus.
Give me a good one, bro. Give me a good.
Focus,
Please give me a good
focus.
one. Okay, go.
Oh, I never saw that one.
Get out of
That's with
here.
Leonardo DiCaprio, right?
Great
That's the
sound.
beach.
Yeah, great
Yeah.
soundtrack, bro.
Oh,
Great
dude,
soundtrack. bro.
That's like a 90s, late 90s, 2000. Like that's not in your
Dude,
realm, bro.
Moby,
That's not from the 70s.
you guys haven't seen the beach?
It's not black and white.
Hey,
Never
I-
seen
I've
The
never
Beach, bro.
seen it.
What the fuck is that?
Actually, that's a good movie.
They
but
talk about the
that's not-
beach. I mean, they're at the beach, or
Okay, hang on. Time out.
Are they surfing?
yeah,
What are you doing?
it's a surfer movie. Is that what it is?
If you love music and you love film, watch this movie, bro. I'm telling you,
Okay.
do it tonight. The beach. You're gonna thank me for it, bro. So
I don't remember the soundtrack, but I remember the movie. Yeah,
great soundtrack.
but I was
bro.
never a Moby fan. Of
No, really? You weren't a
No,
Moby fan?
no.
What? Moby?
What?
No, I didn't like
Jesse,
Moby, bro.
come
no,
on,
I didn't.
Moby was.
Yeah.
Gee, pioneer,
like
dude.
Moby.
A pioneer of electronica,
I barely like Fat Boy Slim. Little bit of Fat Boy
Yeah.
Slim. The Moby No. Who was the other one?
bro. Wow.
I like the Chemical
Wow.
Brothers. You know,
Right.
That
like the-
Chemical Brothers is
yeah,
good, bro. Yeah.
Like the Chemical.
I saw them
like
live at the
Prodi-
Hollywood Bowl, bro. They were
Prodigy, Crystal
Right.
Method. I used to love the Crystal Method, but I couldn't get into Moby. Dude.
Well,
Big
people, watch The Beach. You'll enjoy it. It's a great flick,
That's a
Great
that's a good movie,
music.
bro.
great film. So check it out. Do we have an entertainment report, Leo?
Yeah, actually, I do. Let's see. So tomorrow at Cities, Omnix is playing live. It's a rock en español band. They get down, bro. It's a really good band. They're gonna be at Cities. They have that freestyle show coming up on Saturday as well at the Queen Mary. All kinds of artists, dude. That looks like a really, really good show that's gonna happen. Also, Paulie was talking about to remind you, Mondo, talk about Sunday.
Oh
Something going on
yeah.
Sunday. So
The
go for it, bro.
retro-
Drop it.
The retro show.
Renee's
Retro-
gonna love this.
Go ahead.
Oh, so Renee does this club in Alhambra. So Jesse, right down the street from you.
Yeah, it's the Side Grill, right? I've
Sidebar
seen them.
Grill, yeah. And
Yeah.
this is the end of summer. Apparently, the owner, really cool cat. And by the way, the hottest waitress is in Alhambra. If you
I'm there.
know what I'm talking about.
Literally
go.
2 blocks. It's literally 2 blocks from me, bro.
You can walk
That-
there, and
yeah,
if you get
I
too
go
drunk,
There you
they'll-
go, bro.
they'll drag you
Shit.
home.
Yeah.
But
Been there.
Renee's having the
Yeah.
end of summer luau, and everybody's got dressed in Hawaiian shirts.
Oh, nice.
We're giving away actually. I'm printing them actually tomorrow. We're giving away 30 girls only, guys. Shirts, commemorative shirts. They say "Big Guilty Sundays Luau." It has our logos on there. The DJs are going to be there,
Nice.
and then we're also going to give away buttons with the flyer, and then we're going to give away stickers because every DJ made stickers, and we're also going to give away what we're calling USB 12 packs. So every DJ, there's only 3 of us, 4 mixes, and we give them away to 30 of the girls that come up, and they're just free music, all mixed, really good stuff. So that's part of what we call the DJ gift pack for the first 30 girls that come up and say they want to go out with me. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. That's for another time.
Hey, you're only gonna get one, maybe, bro.
I'll take it. But yeah, all the ladies are gonna get
So
30
does
of
one.
ladies.
So does one girl get all 30 of them?
She gets more than that, but we'll talk about that later.
Mondo.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing on Sunday.
Mondo.
And that's in Alhambra. What's
Right
the
down.
place?
It's at Jesse's house. Jesse, give me your address.
It's
Girls, wear your mini grass skirts and your coconut shells. If you don't have them, I have some that don't fit, but that's okay. And then it's free. It's no cover, and they have drink
Ooh.
specials. They're really It's a
Nice.
really good place. It's a one of the biggest outdoor patios in Alhambra, and
Okay.
it's just a really cool vibe. They have their own sound system, so all we do is take laptops or USB sticks, and
It-
they're
it-
from 2 to 8 or 9.
2 to
It is
8.
very-
And
it
what's
is
the
very-
name of the spot?
Sidebar Grill.
Yeah, it's a very
Sidebar.
cool place. Very
Yeah.
cool place.
Also,
End of summer
Mondo, your show, bro, on Saturday on the station.
So again, I am very honored, and I don't say that like I know some people say, "Oh, I'm very honored," blah blah blah, but no, I am very deeply honored and humbled because George Wild called me about 2 months ago, right, George? We're on episode 14 now, so it's 3 months ago,
Right.
and said, "Hey, I'd like you to do a show on our Groove House Saturday edition, but you have to be committed, and you have to do a mix for an hour. And if you guys don't know me, I am very difficult to make mixtapes for because I have to practice. I have to do it over and listen to it. And if I don't like it, I'm like Jesse.
wow.
I beat myself
Wrap it.
up to do it to as best I can. So at best, I come out with an 80%. I'm happy with 80%, but I always try for 100. Right, Jesse? 100%, but 80% will do.
Yeah.
So
that's
George said, I want you to do this show. It's an hour show. The guys want you to do it, but you have to be committed and you can play whatever you want. But don't be a minute mixer. And you guys all know back in the day, you play 50 songs in 15 minutes. But I said,
I'm a minute
easy.
mixer, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I could
I'm
never
in and
do it.
out. Yeah.
And you know why? I'm not talented enough because to do that, you need to know the music.
Yeah,
and be able
you
to
have to
be
know.
on the fly.
Yeah.
I have a book. Let me show you my book.
Like a karaoke book.
Yeah, I have all my mixes in here that I
Oh,
write
nice.
down and I try them. And if I don't like them, I record them. If I don't like them, then I'll
That's
redo it.
dope.
And I get made fun
Yeah.
of, but I'm like, musicians write their shit down and they test it out.
Yeah,
So
I do
yeah,
that.
absolutely.
I do that too.
I'm
I do
very
that
old
too.
school.
I write all my songs down and I want to make sure. And sometimes you scrap and you replace
Yeah.
and you just like, yeah.
And you
yeah,
just some mixes just won't work. Now
Yeah,
the beauty about
exactly.
Serato and CDJs is now the BPMs will help you, but even then, just because the BPMs are the same doesn't mean they should mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have that habit where I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna mix it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes, well, sometimes in your mind it works, and then you hear it and you're like,
That
I
sounds
should've
terrible.
Take that shit
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
So
Take
George
that out,
said,
yeah.
you don't minute mix, let the song play because people are gonna be listening to us when they're driving, when they're taking a shower or a bath, when they're getting together with their loved one. See, I did that PG, George, loved
Right.
one.
Yeah, right.
So play it till the break where you think, and I'm like, you know what? I also get criticized because I wait for the break where I used to always mix it because it's the best break and I don't chop it up. So I said, George, if that's the case, and he said, play whatever you want. And you don't have to mix it all the time. You can cut it. And I'm like, shit, this is too good of a deal to pass up. Plus, I saw how popular the show was. I thought, they're asking me to be? I'm not a house guy. But George said,
Yeah.
play whatever you want. So I said, okay, let me do it. In the first episode, I got to tell you, I think I told George for 2 weeks, oh, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Because again, perfectionist, you got to make sure it sounds good. Because even though George said you don't have to mix it, people are going to listen and be like, fuck, Mondo Nemesis should have stayed in retirement because this sounds like shit. So I was very humbled and honored. And now I told George, you know what? It gives me a really good thing to do because every Monday or Sunday, I prepare a set, I record it. I go out either ride my bike or drive my car and listen to it. By Wednesday, I try to perfect it. By Thursday, I'm putting the drops in it. And by Friday, hopefully, George has it before
I'm
midnight.
waiting. I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. I'm waiting and waiting.
Where the hell is the mix, Mondo? It's coming, George. It's coming. It's just, I needed just one more mix. I got to perfect. And he's like, just fucking give it to us. So I did it, and it's like the show's called Tales from the B-Sides. And it's just because sometimes some of these songs that we discover are from a B-side.
Yeah.
It wasn't the
And they're
hit that
good.
they intended. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
Or a dub version or something that, you'll hear the song and be like, that song sucks. But the dub version is like, wow, why didn't they play that on the radio?
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I do that every Saturday from 2 to 3. And I'm before me is 7-6. You guys know 7-6?
Yeah.
That guy is awesome,
yeah.
phenomenal. And
Yeah.
then either who follows me, George, for 2 hours? Is it not,
Roman J. With the Roman J show.
Roman J?
It's
Is it Roman
7-6,
J?
Roman J, and then we got Fernando Unique right before you. So you guys, your show is doing great numbers, my brother. Just
Thank
killing
you.
it, bro. Just killing it. So we.
I try to change it up because, like I said, Orlando, I'm not just a disco DJ. Although playing disco, Jesse, you'll agree, is just like new wave. It's hard. You try to
Yeah.
mix the Donna Summer song with, let's say, Party Boys, and the
It ain't
beats
happening.
change. It's
Yeah.
really hard. But
Yeah,
you know what?
that's the thing is that
Challenging.
the beats change and so does the key. You know,
Right,
like
right.
yeah, it's weird, bro. It throws you
Yeah.
off. It makes you like, what happened here? Like, you know who does a lot? I'm losing it because I can't think like on the fly like that. Do you want to funk? What's the
Sylvester or
Sylvester?
Petricoli.
Their her beats they change on you. Like on the break, it slows down, it gets faster. It's like what? I thought I had that thing going, and so I try to stay away from some of that.
It's
you
called
know?
it's called a live drummer, man. Live drummers will kill you
Right?
every freaking
Yeah.
time.
Every time,
Yeah.
bro. Right?
Yeah.
Every time.
And
Dude,
this thing, we all used to do that on vinyl back in the 80s.
Well, we were like
Crazy.
using our fingers, and we were
Yeah.
scraping the sides, and you know what I mean? Yeah.
Look, hey,
You're like,
hey, dude, the worst intro, drummer wise, is "Ring My Bell," dude. That dude, it's
That's another
all
song.
Way
over
off
the
beat.
freaking
yeah.
place.
Oh god. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That
I
cat,
hate that song.
That I love the track. I love the song, but that drummer, Jesus Christ, dude, that intro
Yeah.
is just.
Yeah.
He's
That's
all
what the
over
house-
What's the
it.
name?
music
What's the
one.
name of the what's the name of that show?
Tales from the B-Sides
Okay.
on
Nice.
allgroovehouseradio.com.
.com.
I have the worst radio voice, and I have to put an intro because my drops are already done by someone else. And I just laugh at it because I hear it. I'm like, oh man, I wish someone could just
So-
do my intro for
Hey,
me.
Well,
if
you
you
know what?
got-
That's funny. That's something that I've always pondered. Like, do you guys pay somebody to do that? Like DJ Froggy. Like, where does that come from? Like, when
So,
you guys are
you know,
playing
now
the
I don't know about just recently. My boy Ernie Danger, he he wanted to do a mixtape, and I said, you need to put drops in it. He goes, what's that? I say, well,
Yeah.
it's when you say you're listening to DJ. He goes, that's stupid. I go, yeah, but see, then someone can take your mix if it's good and say that's me.
Yeah.
So he found this
Like a
place
watermark, right?
Yeah, exactly, like a watermark. So it says it's you, and that way you don't have to get on the mic and say you're listening to DJ Ernie. And he bought these jingles for I think $15 for like 6 of them, and they have everything in there. They just put your name in there, and they do a good job because one of them's like an Australian chick saying, and she sounds hot as hell. And it's they come in and say you're just a DJ Fundio on the mix, and it's like, oh. So nowadays you can just order it online, give them your name, they do all the work, they send you a waveform for $15, link, download it, and boom, you got a jingle now or a drop.
What's up? Do you have one, Leo? You have yours?
Leo,
I do.
Yeah.
Let's see, play it. Let me hear it.
I can't play it right now, but I do have it. I do have it. Yeah.
Okay.
The best voice ever.
Yeah, Leo.
Is it you?
Can I say something real quick? Leo's ex or current is it does my drops.
Wait,
yeah, that's drop, bro.
That's my drops. That's
wait, there's
Janelle.
a question there. Ex or current? Leo.
She's in limbo right now.
It's a work in progress, bro. It's a
Well,
work in
She's
Jan-
in purgatory.
Yeah, Janelle did
Hey,
all
so-
my drops that I use. So,
Yeah.
Because
good stuff.
I don't know if she's your ex or not. I'll just say this, George. I've heard those drops, and I'm like, I think I asked somebody if drop because I heard that one,
Mhm.
and the guy who did my drop said no, it's a guy. I'm like, oh, okay, because I think the female drops now the generic ones are cool, but the one I heard George use, is really
It's
money.
awesome.
It's good.
It's
It's a
awesome.
nice
I know,
job.
it's
Yeah,
pretty good. It's really
she
Right,
good.
does
dude.
great voice.
And now I gotta get a drop, man.
Come on, Jesse. Just get Leo's ex or not ex.
I
to
know.
give you some drops. And that's a
You
good
gotta
one.
talk to the manager.
You
bro.
know,
You gotta talk
you
to
know
the
the thing
manager.
is, you know what's funny is it's like when George was like, "Hey, well, what do you want to, we're on the show. What do you want to be named as a show?" I'm like, "I'm Jesse." Like I wasn't gonna represent the fashionables anymore because that was a long time ago. That was in the '90s and stuff.
Okay.
And but I'm like, I'm just Jesse. But I'm like, man, Jesse M. I don't know if that rings too well. So I'll be Jesse M on the podcast, but I think for when I make my mixes, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to go with something else, dude. So I'm saying I'm gonna be the key.
Jesse
Yeah,
M is good,
Jesse
bro.
M?
Jesse M is
All right.
good.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool.
We'll talk
I'm gonna
about
be
the Leo Fundio another day, bro. That's a story in itself, bro. I mean,
Well, I want to hear the
bro.
drop.
No, we
next
we
week.
want to
I
hear
wanna
the
hear the
drop,
drop,
dude.
so-
I'll play it next week for sure.
Yeah.
I'll play it, bro. I'll
For
connect
sure.
everything and definitely play it.
All right,
Yeah.
fellas.
Pretty cool.
We are well over our time limit. So,
Holy crap!
I gotta watch the beach
9:37.
now. I gotta watch the
Oh
beach.
wait! I got a Thursday night delight. We got to pay homage to the king.
Wait. I'm not done yet. Hang on.
Oh, I thought you were
no,
close.
we're not. I still gotta do the wraparound.
shit.
All
right.
I'm getting around, bro. You ready? Okay. Jesse, what do you got for the people, mother?
Well, we're gonna do the music, the Thursday night music that you forgot, George.
Where's Jammin' James? Where's Jammin' James? Get Jammin' James in here, dude.
Telling you, dude, it's the Mondo hour, bro.
See that? James gone. Everyone's unsupervised. We're getting
I love it.
fucked.
This is good shit.
I
good
won't be
shit.
back
We're,
next
you know what? We're gonna pay homage to Elvis Aaron Presley, 42 years old. He
yeah.
died on 8/16/77.
The king.
42 years old. So the king.
King.
So you know what? He's our artist. He's gonna be our artist. Got us.
Okay.
Nice.
I got a Japanese version
Ooh.
of Elvis 30. So this is a really good one. So get out there. I watched the movie last week. Pretty cool. I didn't know that it ended that badly for him. I knew he died, but I didn't know how bad it was for him. So go out there, watch the movie, buy his music, listen to his music, enjoy him. He's the king, man. I grew up. I remember watching the funeral. I was young. I was only like 6 years old, but I remember the funeral on TV. Do you remember that, Mondo?
Yeah. Well, my mom was a big Elvis fan. She loved
Yeah.
Elvis, so of course Elvis was big in
Yeah.
our house.
Yeah, that was a big deal. It was kind of like the OJ Bronco car chase. That's how the Elvis funeral was. It was in every household, bro. That
Yeah.
funeral.
Hey, way to go,
was
Jesse. That's a
every-
good comparison. OJ murderer, Elvis, the king.
No,
Good
I'm
one.
just saying because it was
That's a
like
good one.
live TV of like a slow Bronco. It was a live TV of a hearse.
I wonder what was more impact. Was it the Michael Jackson, ceremony or the Elvis?
Dude, you're talking about every TV. Well, when Elvis died, like 4 channels, and all 4 channels. had
I
the
think
funeral on
I-
every
Elvis.
TV.
Yeah, I'm gonna say worldwide, probably a tie, bro.
Elvis.
Probably a tie. I mean,
No, man.
I mean,
I don't
Yeah,
think
everybody
so,
loved
dude.
Michael Jackson too back then.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was-
I think when Michael Jackson died, people were already starting to not like him, and everybody
Yeah,
loved Elvis.
true. Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
they
I
loved
think
him to
it's-
the end. Yeah,
Yeah, they
Yeah,
loved
so did
him.
I, bro. I love that
Yeah.
guy to the end.
the king.
Yeah.
Yep.
The king of
He's
the
the
king
king.
and the king of pop.
Cool.
So
Yep.
good stuff, my brother. Good stuff. So let me do the wraparound so we can close out the show.
Am I gonna do the wraparound now? Let's.
Yeah, bro. Well, you guys are like you guys are just all right. Where's Jamming James? God damn it!
Yeah. Jimmy Jim, man.
Can't blame James on this one.
He's
Dude.
eating pork right now. He's eating pork, bro. I like
He's
pork.
eating, yeah, he's eating some Kahlua pork and
Oh,
some
my
macaroni salad.
goodness. So, well, great show, fellas. Mondo, once again, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, but let me get to the last wraparound. Leo, what you got for the
Yes.
people? What you got for the people, my
God
brother?
dang it, brother. Dude, this is like by far one of my best shows, bro. I mean, Mondo, I want to
Hey.
just thank you, bro, for being with us, brother. I really do
Thank you
appreciate
guys,
it, dude.
man. Thank you guys. Love it.
We have a lot of interaction online as well, bro, and it's getting better by the episode, man. So for those that are still watching it, man, I know it's 9:40, so thank you guys for hanging in there, and we're just getting wild here, man. So thank you. You guys have a good night. Till next week.
All right. So, Jesse, what you got for the people, my brother?
Dude, I just want to say, just hey, check out Elvis. No, thanks to Mondo for coming by. It was it's a history lesson, bro. I like it. I like it when we
for
have
real.
interesting guest hosts who you really bring something to the table. And I have a lot of questions. Maybe I can get some questions in on the next week. No.
Hey, dude, I got my questions in, bro. I got the burrito, the
I
car,
know.
the
trust
jobs.
me, dude.
So trust me,
Burritos
brother.
for sure.
No, you know what? It's another a great show, and I really do appreciate you coming by. We appreciate you. Check out our Instagram, the podcast, and is it podcast on Instagram.com? Is that what we are?
Right.
George?
Hey,
Right? Yeah.
the website, the website's
Good.
coming. The website's around the corner, brother. Around the corner, the website. coming.
Website's coming. So big things are coming. Big things are coming. We're having conversations, and so subscribe. Keep listening, and we appreciate you.
All right, Mondo, you got a message for our viewers, for the people, man? A little something on the way out.
Just everyone should just be cool with everybody. I know everybody says that, but this world is pretty screwed up. So our job, I think, as DJs, is to kind of unite, entertain, and that's the beauty about being a DJ. So I just say, stay humble and be respectful. That's what I try to do with everyone. It doesn't matter if you're a DJ, a female, or whatnot. It's just be humble and be respectful. That's the lesson I learned in life. Like I said, I make a lot of mistakes, but I've always tried to be at least not such a dick. So if I met you back, if I DJ back in the day and I met you and I was a dick, now I'm a lot more humble and cool. So when you meet me, don't come and punch me. I'll buy you a beer and we'll talk about it like Renee and Paulie did. We're cool. But yeah, just be humble and respectful. That's my message to everyone.
Super cool.
All right,
Yeah,
guys.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Jam and
No,
James,
no.
enjoy your time off. I'm glad I was able to sub in for you.
Awesome.
Well, we appreciate it, my brother. So everybody out there, make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok, The Wild Hour Cast. So hit us a like, follow us, and we'll be back next week at 8 o'clock right here. You know where. So we'll catch you guys next week. We're out of here. Peace.
Peace and love.
Device connection terminated.